Hello, hello, hello. What is up, everyone? OG over here from PlayerEssence. I wanted to start it up a little bit. Phone's going off. I wanted to start up a little bit early, just so you guys can let me know how the audio and how everything sounds and how I wanted to start it up a little how everything looks, and just make sure everything's good before we actually get into the nitty gritty. Also, give some people some time to file in. I can kind of look over the comment section. So I like to start up a little bit early, but we won't actually start any of the main topics in terms of roasting Falcom, NPD. We won't start up any of that for a while. So just, you guys can just all file in here, and we'll get going. Gonna say what's up to a bunch of people here. And I'm getting old. My back is hurting, but I gotta go to the gym tonight. Anyway, let's see who's here. What's up, Jiv? Shout out to Jiv Jumpmon in the house. Alicio Blanco, what's up, man? We got TI7. K on Nintendo, shout outs, what's up, man? Landon Greer in the house. Got Aaron's here. What up, Night Moon? How's it going, Night Moon? Good to have you here. Definitely good to have you here. What up, Shinobu? Zenma? What up, the Elite Ninja? Elite Ninja showing up to here. What's up to the 107 people watching out of nowhere? Yo, shout outs, let's go. While you guys are here, while we're starting up a little bit early, you guys go ahead and hit that like button. Everybody who's here, who's watching, hit that like button. Let's get this show trending because it's going to be pretty lit tonight, guys. It's going to be really lit tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun. So go ahead and hit that like button so we can boost us up on the YouTube gaming page, and we can get more people in, more people checking out the show and just interacting with the community, because we have the best ninja community, best community in general. So go ahead and hit that like button. Let's see if we can get to 200 likes. Let's just skip 100. Let's skip 150. Let's see if we can get to 200. Even though there's not 200 people watching, let's see if we can do it. Let's go. Doing fine. Thanks. That's no problem. That's good, man. That's good, Night Moon. Thank you. Thanks for showing up. Rukia, what up, Rukia? How's it going? Vortex of Abstinence, what's up, man? El Chupacabra, the legend, what's up? Shout outs to Video 999ish for the subscription. Thank you so much, homie. Welcome to the village. Hopefully you enjoy your stay. Everyone in the chat here, please make Video 999ish feel very welcome. Get this man a freaking headband. I'm gonna give you a headband right now, man. Thanks for coming to the village. You are always welcome here. Let your friends know about the place too while you're at it. What up, Power Level Amy? Shout outs to Power Level Amy, Elite Ninja Power Level Amy in the house. Always good to see Amy here. Assassin Master 52, what up, what up, what up? This is PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo, the best community show ever made, the best show on YouTube. I don't care about my views. It's the best live show on YouTube because it's all about you guys, the community. You guys make this show possible. I was napping before this whole happened because I had a long week. This guy's a lot of videos, a lot of editing. So much editing this week, but it was so worth it. I pretty much hit 4 videos every single day this week. You know, like counting live streams, I hit 4 videos every single day this week. So I was pretty happy about myself. That's the first time that I've done that. No, I actually hit 4 videos with the exception of today. I think I hit 4 videos every single day, including live streams. So some days it was actually 5 videos in the day if you include the live stream. So pretty happy about myself with that. I think that's the first time. So that's 20 PE news videos because there's just so much news. Like I don't see how anybody can cover it in just like one or 2 videos. There's just so much stuff. Unless, you have super long videos. I mean, but I'm not trying to have like 30, 40-minute PE news videos, Might experiment with it like in the future, like at the end of the week, put together all the best clips, but I don't know. Just finished is it Trails of Cold Steel or Trials of Cold Steel? Trails? Cold Steel? I just finished that? Okay. I guess like a trail. Trails. What up, Fire Blast Bow? How's it going, man? What's up, Ataki Teacher? Shout outs to Ataki. Elite Ninja there. Shout outs. What up, Mega Geek? How's it going? Jay, is it Childers? What up, Jay? What up, Pokemon is Life? Haven't seen you around in a while. It's been a little bit, Pokemon. Good to have you here. What up, Kofi Kush? The double K in the house. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? What up, J2 Blue? Hey, OJ, just jamming to the SNES classic menu music. So good. Yeah, definitely. Shout outs to Donnie Smith, who just subscribed. Thank you so much, homie. Welcome to the village. Everyone in the chat, please make Donnie feel very welcome here. Brand new ninja to the village. Tales of Trails. What up, Go816? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? What up, Ray Cook? How's it going? Osvaldo, what up, man? We need that smash 1v1, buddy. Bro, you need to get bopped 1v1. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Just had to Retro Rush says had to finish watching your most recent video before watching this. Yo, man, thank you. I appreciate it. Shout outs to Zemme Duvant with the $2 donation, saying gotta donate to help to buy you all the direct games because I can't afford them. So thank you, I appreciate that. Definitely can't. Oh, I can't afford all of them, and I don't even have the time to play all of them, man. Just to let you guys know, for those who don't know, if you're new to the channel, each video that I edit takes about 2 hours. I edit 4 videos a day. You know, or I live stream for at least 2 hours, you know, so that's 8 hours right there, because, you know, each video takes about 2 hours to edit. Some of them take longer if the video crashes, like during processing, if I have to look up extra videos to download, like there's all sorts of stuff that can actually make it take longer. Like one of my videos today took 3 hours today to edit because my video editing software crashed twice, and then it was just like my J downloader was just downloading super slow for some reason. So that one took 3 hours. And then shooting the video, I have to reshoot it twice. So yeah, three shots on it because I kept on stumbling and bumbling throughout the video. So editing was a nightmare. So it took about 3 hours. I think it was my second video of the day. It took about 3 hours. So yeah, I've edited for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I've edited for about 9 hours today. So yeah, feeling a little bit stiff. Feeling a little bit stiff, definitely. Shout outs to Randall Gavin with the $2 donation. Thank you so much, Randall. I appreciate that. Do appreciate that, my guy. Everyone give some love to Randall in the chat. We'll have questions at the end, guys, but I think we got enough people in here. We got 188 people. Let's go ahead and I'll put the like goal a little bit lower. Put the like goal. Let's see if we can get to 100 first. Let's get, oh no, we're about to get to 100. Let's see if we can get to 150. 150 likes. 150 likes. So we'll get to questions in just a bit. We'll get to roasting Falcom in just a bit. Let's get into some breaking news, or not some breaking news. We'll get into that in a little bit. Or actually, you know what? Yeah, let's get into that. So breaking news first, just so we can get the news out of the way, and then we'll get into the main topics. We'll talk about the Nintendo Direct Mini. We'll talk about NPD sales. We'll talk about roasting Falcom, and we'll get to you guys' questions at the end. So let's go ahead and get into this. We're about 20, or no, we're not 20 minutes in. We're about 8 minutes in, so that's good. All right, so, okay, so Team Meat on Twitter, they make Super Meat Boy, right? So that game just launched on yesterday, And on Twitter, Team Meat had this to say about the sales of Super Meat Boy on the Nintendo Switch particularly. He said, or they said on Twitter, Super Meat Boy on Nintendo Switch first day sales came shockingly close to its debut on 360 back in 2010. That's nuts. And that is absolutely nuts, because what does everyone say? What's everyone complaining about at this point? Oh, old ports. Oh, why are these old ports coming over? Wah, crying about extra games that the Wii U almost never got, or got super later. We're getting more games at a faster pace on a system that people are actually buying. That's what everyone's complaining about. That's what everyone is complaining about. And obviously it's proof, this is proof that not only a game like Super Meat Boy that's literally on every single platform, but the fact that it's actually selling, like, the first day sales are almost as much as the Xbox 360. That game was a breakout hit on the Xbox 360. So that's the reason why they're like, oh my gosh, like, you know, like, what's going on here? You know, like, what's going on with this? But let's go ahead and get some donations real quick and some shout outs. So shout outs to El Torres Bay, who donated $10 through Super Chat. It says hard work pays off, my friend. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. And yes, I'm busting my butt, and it's fine. Like, I'd rather have it like no other way. I'm gonna bust my butt for you guys. Like I said a million times, This channel is for you guys. This is for myself. This is for my family. This is not for freaking YouTube. I don't work for their bum. Better not, gotta be careful. Let's keep this PG. I don't work for their bum butts, okay? I don't work for YouTube, all right? This is a mutual agreement that me and YouTube have. I work for you guys in order to provide you guys the best information and accurate information. I work for myself and for my family to make something of myself. I don't work for freaking YouTube. I hate when people try to sit here and say, you're out of revenue, YouTube, you do. No. Okay, I just use YouTube's tools and YouTube uses me because it brings more people to, albeit smaller, still brings people to their site in terms of people who like my content. So it's a mutual agreement. YouTube doesn't like me, I don't like them. So yeah, but anyway, thank you so much. I do appreciate the $10 through Super Chat. Also, shout outs to Greer L, I think it's LO319 for the follow over there at the Fire Nation. Thank you so much. Do appreciate that. Please build up the Fire Nation over there on Twitch really strong, man. Thank you. But thanks again to El Torres for the donation. So yeah, it's crazy, man. Just seeing like Super Meat Boy do so well, you know, on the Nintendo Switch. That's good. That's what you want to see. I mean, that's exactly what you want to see, and I'm happy for them. Then they also put in this little joke right here on Twitter. They said, now I'm pretty excited about Super Meat Boy Forever for the Nintendo Switch. I'm gonna buy Notch's house. And for those who don't know, Notch is Marcus Notch. He's the creator of Minecraft, who sold it to Microsoft for $2.5 billion, and is like a super billionaire and just like wakes up, parties all day, then like goes back to sleep. So yeah, so Notch, they want to buy his house. Notch actually bought like I think it's like an $80 million house or something like that in Los Angeles, and he outbid Jay-Z and Beyonce for the house. So rapper, one of the most famous rappers of all time, Jay-Z, and one of the most famous R&B singers of all time. They're a pair, or they're married, and he outbid them for a house in Los Angeles. So that kind of goes to show you how much money that they have, because I'm pretty sure Jay-Z and Beyonce are the richest couple in music, in terms of just musicians. They're the richest couple right now. And Notch was like, yeah, you guys think that you're rich? How about this? And outbid them on a house. So that's impressive. Hey, why you open my door? I'm doing.
The TV has squares and things.
Just tell mom to do it.
Okay.
And yeah, hey, Anime, the remote's out there. You want to say hi real quick? Yeah. Okay, come on. Say hi real quick. This is my daughter, Anime. I know some of you guys haven't seen her. This is my daughter, Anime. Anime, say hi.
Hi.
Hi. You have beautiful hair, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so the remote's up there. Just tell mommy to go do it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, give me kisses. All right. Close my. No, don't turn off my light. Just close my door. Excuse me. Sorry about the interruption, guys. But my daughter, she came in. I think one of you guys was like, "Why don't you introduce your daughter to us?" So I was like, "All right, I'll just make sure I take the time to introduce her next time she barges in." Shout outs to Universal One with the $5 donation through Super Chat, and says, I feel bad. Been too long since I donated it. Get it, OJ. So hyped to follow you and the village in 2018. Thank you so much, Universal One. I do appreciate the donation, homie. And yeah, man, it's all good. You don't, whenever you can, it's cool. If you can't, that's cool. You just watching my videos is a big help, man. So thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Let's see here. Let me get into some of you guys' comments real quick. Amazing name. Yeah, you know what the funny thing about my name is, or my daughter's name is that my daughter's name was given by her grandpa, and just because I like anime, but they didn't want to name her anime, so they just named her Anime. Because like I was like so hardcore into watching anime back in I mean I still watch it, but just not as much as I did before. So like let's just call her Anime instead of Anime. So that's kind of how they got the name for her. I didn't name her, you know. If it was me, I would have named her like Bulma or something. So thankfully I didn't name her. I would have named her like something straight from anime. I would have named her like, I don't know, something from Naruto. I would have named her Sakura or something like that. So good thing I didn't name her. It would have definitely been something Japanese. Shout outs to Nightmoon with a $2 donation through Super Chat. It says donation from some random guy. Thank you. You are still anonymous, dude. Thank you. I do appreciate that. It's anime. It's with the O. O-N-A-M-A-Y. Anime. It's just like O. Anime. It's not anime. It's anime. So yeah. Name her Garda. That's a boy's name, right? Why would I name her Garda? Teachers at her school would know where the name came from. Anime. I named my dog Ichigo. That's a good name. That's a good dog name though. Ichigo. That's a good dog name because you can't name a kid that. I mean you could name a kid Ichigo, but I mean, yeah, I mean there's nothing wrong. You could name a kid Ichigo, but like I just feel that it's a better dog name. Not that it's a knock to Ichigo because I actually really like Bleach, but you know. So yeah, man. No. Not anime. It's anime with the O. Onamay. Anime. So yeah. Oh, nice. Sian from Final Fantasy 3. Okay. You named your son Toonami? That's a cool name. Nice, Toonami. Is Gada's beyond gender? Yeah, but it just sounds, I mean, I don't know if I go with Gada as like her first name, you know. I would have named her Sakura. I probably would have named her Sakura. Because like at the time I was watching Naruto hardcore too, so like Naruto Shippuden and stuff like that. So yeah, I would have totally named her Sakura, or like, yeah, it would have been Sakura. There are so many good fits. Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree. Shout outs to Donnie Smith, who pledged $10 via Patreon, going up to the Elite Tier 3 Elite Ninja. There's supposed to be something that pops up. Let me see if I can actually get it to work. There's supposed to be something that pops up, but I don't...
I'm really
there you go.
feeling it.
That's supposed to pop up when someone pledges, but it's not working. But anyway, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Let me see if I can redo it.
I'm really
Oh, there we go.
it.
Thank you so much, Donnie. I appreciate that. I'm really feeling the donation and the pledge via Patreon, so I do appreciate that, my guy. It doesn't work on the first time, but if I re-hit the button, it works. But anyway, let's move on to the next article here. So apparently there's a rumor going around that South Park, the fractured butthole, is going to be hitting the Nintendo Switch because an Aussie retailer has listed South Park, the fractured butthole, for the Nintendo Switch. However, there's one thing on this, and it says that the release date is March 13th. Now, if the release date is March 13th, Nintendo would have talked about it at their Nintendo Mini Direct. It would have, for the most part, it would have happened. It would have happened. So I doubt the release date. I don't think that if this game does come over, it's not launching March 13th, 2018. There's no way. It's just not enough time from the announcement. What I do feel though, because South Park, The Fractured Butthole, that runs on the Snowdrop engine. And for those who don't know, PlayerEssence was the first website or the first YouTube channel to come out on record and say that Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle was using the Snowdrop engine. And the Snowdrop engine is powered by the same engine that powers the Division. And South Park, The Fractured Butthole, also uses the Snowdrop engine. Okay, so getting this type of game running on the Nintendo Switch shouldn't be a problem. And it should be easy. Based on how South Park, or based on how Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle turned out with the Snowdrop engine and the effects that they were able to get into there and how that game looked and what they were able to do with that game, it should be easy to put a game like South Park on there. So I'm not doubting that South Park will come to the Switch. Why not? But I am doubting the date. But I mean, I don't have any sources on that. I don't know for sure if South Park is coming. Nobody's like said, okay, yeah, South Park is coming for sure. But I mean, these listings that come up on some of these websites, like, it's not for like nothing. Like, they don't just do it randomly, like one random game out of nowhere. And a lot of the time you see this like with ratings board and notifications boards in Brazil or in like not Japan, but usually like Brazil or like Australia. Like sometimes they just pop up because that way, hopefully the media doesn't pay attention, because you don't ever see it like ratings pop up here in America, because obviously that's going to point the attention to your to what's going on. You're gonna leak it, so you usually see it because you have to get it certified. You have to get it, rated. And the retailer listings sometimes just come up. Like sometimes they say, hey, don't do it. Like, don't put it up yet. And then sometimes the Aussie retailers or Brazilian retailers or whatever, they just do it anyway. Like, it just pops up. I mean, we heard about Burnout Paradise, right? beforehand, as far as that popped up, and then the Japanese listing popped up that it's confirmed for Japan but not confirmed for America, and you're like, wait a minute, you're confirming Burnout Paradise, like a re-release of the game in Japan before America, because they want to try to quell the noise around it. So that's like usually what happens with these with these type of games. So yeah, South Park the Fractured Whole. I mean, I think it's probably gonna come, but I don't know if it's I don't know if it's going to be like that. So yeah. See, G5 says, is there going to be another direct? No way the mini direct could be the one we get for this month. There's not going to be another direct in the month. I don't know why we need multiple directs in a month, and I don't know why we need. We're gonna get into the mini direct. I don't know why we need. Everyone's freaking out about January. Like, why is everyone so crazy about that? And why do we need multiple directs in a month? Like, what I want to know from Nintendo fans is that, do you want Nintendo to tell us the whole lineup of games for all of 2018 and not have anything else in terms of bigger announcements for first party? Because that's what it seems to me what Nintendo fans want. They want to know every single thing, and they don't want to have anything else. Guys, Nintendo has directs throughout the whole year. When E3 came about, Nintendo fans did the same thing. Nintendo fans cried and complained that E3 didn't have enough big announcements and things like this and that. And then we got directs after E3. We got announcements after E3. We got the Super Nintendo Classic after E3. So let them spread it out. Let them spread it out. Let them do their thing. We don't need another direct in January. They announced a bunch of different games. We're getting confirmations of the games that are coming out from January all the way to May-ish or so. What's the problem with that? We've got some ports coming. We've got brand new games coming. We've got PlayStation 4 RPGs coming. We've got Dark Souls coming in 4 months. Dark Souls is going to be here. We've never had a Dark Souls on a Nintendo system. People cried and complained that we didn't get Dark Souls on Wii U. So now we've got Dark Souls on the Nintendo Switch, the remastered edition that has all of the content in there, and it's going to look great, by the way, what they're doing, because they're using like the Dark Souls 3 types of lighting and stuff like that. So we're getting all of that stuff as far as from now until this point. We're getting Hyrule Warriors, we're getting that in 1080p. We're getting Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, if you haven't played those games, which a lot of people haven't. We're getting the SNK Heroines, which is going to be a good tag team fighting game. SNK always makes good ones. We're getting Lacrimosa of Dana. We're getting Ys, Lacrimosa of Dana, which is a brand new RPG. We haven't had the Ys series in terms of a main line on a Nintendo home console in a long time, unless you count like the WiiWare or whatever, or like Wii Virtual Console stuff. So it's been a while. On top of that, there's just a number of other games, man. Like, there's like a lot of great stuff. Celeste is coming out pretty soon here. If you're interested in the Fee, whatever, from EA, that's coming out as well. There's just like a lot of, like I said, a lot of good games, at least in my opinion. And we're getting like The World Ends With You. They announced that for 2018. So I don't really see why we need to have another direct. We just got a direct with a bunch of announcements in there. They rapid fired through like multiple game announcements. I think like 11 or 12 game announcements or something like that. Mario game. We got dates for Kirby. We got dates for that. So to me, it's fine. Like, I don't see, it's a Nintendo Direct Mini. They do that for January. There's games to play. Most of us, people talk about there's too much games to play. So I don't really see what the problem is, to be honest. I thought it was a good Direct, and I don't think we need to have multiple Directs. I don't think we need to have a Direct at the beginning of the year announcing Smash Brothers that's coming out the end of the year. Like, I don't think they need to do that, like with Xenoblade, where they announce like Xenoblade and Mario and all this stuff at the beginning of the year, then we have to wait all year for it. Just like wait till like another Direct, and then like it's gonna come out in like a couple months later. Then you have more to show us. You know what I'm saying? Like last year, the difference with last year is that people are expecting, oh well, last year they did this, they showed everything. Well, last year they didn't launch their system in January. Last year they needed to try to convince people to pre-order the system. They need to try to convince people of the concept. So that's why Nintendo's going to go all out. But this year they don't need to follow the same strategy. That's what I noticed, at least. They don't need to follow the same strategy. The strategy that they can follow is like, hey, we can do this mini direct. We can get you content that we know that we're going to get you guys right now. And then we can bring out we could have another direct in like 4 or 5 months, after all the games that come out that are games that are going to come out like in the next summer, in terms of that and all that. And then we can have another direct later, and then we can have another direct later, so it's like they can space it out this time. They don't have to blow their whole load like in January like they did last year. Jumpmon with the $5 donation and says, Should I sell some of my Wii U games to get the Switch versions? No. I think if you want the Switch versions, just buy the Switch versions. I'm not a big fan of selling games at all. K-On! Nintendo says that Dark Souls isn't going to sell well on the Switch. Why would it not sell well on the Switch? I don't see why. What would make you make that assertion? I think Dark Souls is going to sell extremely well on the Nintendo Switch. You know why? Because you have Dark Souls anywhere that you want. Dark Souls is going to sell extremely well. We've never gotten Dark Souls. Xbox fans and Sony fans have already gotten Dark Souls once. They might not opt to buy the game. They've already gotten it. It's already been launched on a system that they've already played. They might have already done everything that they need to do in the game. They've already got it. What's to say that we won't buy Dark Souls? Now, I bought Dark Souls. Back in the day, I bought Dark Souls. But, I mean, if I can have a Switch version, I'll take a Switch version over a PS4 and Xbox One version, because a Switch version gives you play anywhere you want, which people are trying to... People rush... Okay, there's probably nobody here that does this, but if you're one of these people that rush to my comment section and tries to downplay portability, you need to get slap yourself, okay? Slap yourself for me, because I don't see how anybody can downplay portability at this point. We'll get into that later. We'll get into that later. But these people that are rushing into my comment section and try to downplay portability, yo, you guys are dumb. It's so silly. Sent me a DM on Twitter. Man, you're trying to have me check Twitter while in the middle of my live stream? Come on. Come on, man. Let's wait on that. Let's wait on that, because I have a bigger podcast coming up, Universal One. So let's wait on the Steam code. But we'll definitely do that. We need to set it up a little bit better though. Like, I need to announce it beforehand. So let's wait on that. But thank you, I appreciate it. We'll talk about that. I'll DM you back. Yeah, Dark Souls on the go beats out others. In my opinion, it does. In my opinion, I don't see why Dark Souls wouldn't sell. Like Super Meat Boy, that's a super hard game. That's a really hardcore game. That's super hard, and fans are buying it on the Nintendo Switch. Fans are buying everything on the Nintendo Switch. Like, at this point, I don't really see why any game would do bad on the Nintendo Switch. We really haven't had any games do really bad on the Nintendo Switch as of yet. I mean, there's games that flop all the time on the PS4 and the Xbox One, but we haven't really had anything that has flopped, you know. So yeah, man. Look, guys, I know about the whole standard direct type of thing, like each time but that doesn't mean it's gonna happen. That doesn't mean it's gonna happen. Look, people are saying, oh well, a mini direct and a standard. Guys, stop being like crackheads, like when it comes to Nintendo news, like with directs and all that stuff like that. Just like relax and actually play the games. Let's get the games to come out first, and then let's play them. Like, I don't necessarily need to know about Smash Brothers or like Animal Crossing like 10 months before it's going to launch. Like, I honestly really don't need to know about that like 10 months before, like they did with Xenoblade. I don't need to cover Xenoblade for a freaking year like I did, you know, this time. So guys, just relax. I've seen the comment, guys. I know before in the past there's been a mini direct, then it's followed by a bigger direct. Okay, but when it comes, it comes. Just like, people need to calm down, relax. There will be a bigger direct at some point. There's nothing wrong with the mini direct and getting out all the content that they did. There was some great third-party support. There was some big announcements. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see Microsoft and Sony doing directs at all, or mini directs. They gave you the PlayStation experience, 3 hours of trash for the most part, okay? So I don't see any other company doing that at all when it comes to, or you just get a press release, or you just get a video on YouTube. So I don't see what the issue is here. People need to calm down. Stop scratching at the neck for Nintendo Directs. They'll come. Play the actual games, because I know many of us have not beaten all the games that even came out last year. Many of us haven't. Do not lie to me. A lot of you guys have came to me and said, you know what, I haven't even bought or played all the games that came out last year. So relax. Play the games, enjoy them, and stop fiending for Nintendo news a year before the game will even launch, or 9 to 10 months before the game even launches. That's great if Smash Bros. Is going to launch at the end of 2018, but what does that do? I mean, if they announce it now, that's great. They announce it now. We don't get to play it now. I'd rather have them announce it at a time that's closer to them, because I don't want to repeat. Here's the thing that I don't want. I don't want a repeat of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, where I've got to cover that freaking game for literally a whole year. I covered Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for a whole year. I don't want to do that again. I realized looking over all of my videos and I type in Xenoblade Chronicles, dude, I had like 200 videos on Xenoblade Chronicles. Like literally 200 videos on Xenoblade Chronicles because they announced it at the beginning of the year. I don't need that crap. If there's Smash Bros. That's coming, if there's Animal Crossing that's coming, announce it relative to the time that it's coming out. Or unless you guys want Nintendo to be like Sony, you know? Oh yeah, we've got Biker Metal Gear Solid that's coming out. Hey, we got Biker Metal Gear Solid that's coming out. Like, been at like 3 E3s. Like, how many E3s? Kingdom Hearts. Oh, let's announce Kingdom Hearts. Bro, Kingdom Hearts ain't coming out till like, how many years has it been since they announced Kingdom Hearts? How many years has it been? Everybody went crazy when they announced Final Fantasy VII Remake. Where the freak is Final Fantasy VII Remake? Oh, people crying, people jumping up and down. 2013 that they announced that game, or 2015? When was it? 2015? It's been 3 years now since they announced that game. Like, why announce things so early? It's just, I got all excited for nothing. Like, I'm not a big fan of that. I'm just really not. It's just ridiculous. Did I say Xenoblade Chronicles X? I meant Xenoblade Chronicles 2, whatever. Just Xenoblade Chronicles. They announced Xenoblade Chronicles in January of 2017, and then they released it in December. So I covered it for 10, 11 months. I had to cover Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Okay, now Xenoblade Chronicles X, yes, that's what happened there, where that game I had to cover for literally years. I had to cover that game for years. Like, I really dislike doing that. I know, I mean, it creates more content, but it also takes up space from other games, because for every game that I have to slot into somewhere, I have to take away something, or a game gets delayed. For example, like today, I didn't talk about SNK Heroines until all the way until this point, because Nintendo announced a bunch of different other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I had to fill up the videos with all the other stuff, and stuff gets pushed. So at this point, I don't need a million different things that aren't going to launch anytime soon. So now I'm like, okay, we've got Kirby. I'm going to cover Kirby. We've got Dark Souls. I'm going to cover Dark Souls. We've got The World Ends With You. I'm going to cover that. We've got, what else did they announce? We've got Donkey Kong. We've got Hyrule Warriors. Those are going to be all the games that I'm going to be covering. And it lets me know I'm going to be covering those games for that time period. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that a lot more than like announcing every single thing, because literally Nintendo announced like all of their games in January. Like all of their first party games they announced, and then we had third party announcements throughout the rest of the year. Whereas this time Nintendo's like, okay, well, we're not going to do that, which I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that, because now we're gonna get first party announcements more closer to when they're actually going to launch. For example, Nintendo could have probably announced Hyrule Warriors, right? Nintendo could have probably announced Hyrule Warriors was getting a remaster. They probably could have announced that Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze was getting a remaster. They could have announced that at the last Nintendo Direct. But they didn't. They waited to a time to where it's more closer to where it's going to launch, and then they announced it. So I like that strategy more than, you know, telling us like a year ahead of time or whatever the case is. Like, I hate that. Like, Sony does that. How many years? Dude, Spider-Man has been like at E3s before it's launched. It's like, seriously, like how many years are we going to be able to see one game before it launches? 2020, exactly. How are you gonna sit here and announce a game 5 years ahead of time? Like, that's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. In my opinion, we have enough games to where like we don't have to like get those announcements so ahead of time. That's just my opinion. I mean, obviously some people want to have everything, and no shots at Sony, by the way. I'm not trying to throw shots at Sony by saying that they they announce stuff and they're like way ahead, but they do. I mean, they announce stuff like way ahead of time. Like, you know, you're gonna say like Shenmue. Like, where the hell is Shenmue at? You know, like, you know, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna announce Shenmue in 2013. It's 2018. We've got no Shenmue. Yo, you know it's been 5 years, right? You know it's been 5 years. It's going on the 5-year anniversary of Shenmue. Everyone's, oh, Shenmue's coming back. 5 years later, you know how many things have happened in 5 years? You got people who had no kids, now they have a kid that's 4 years old, turning 5. How there's some people who have moved across the country. There's some people who have moved out of the country. There's people who have died after these announcements. When you take 5 years, before, like, you can't be doing that to people. It's ridiculous. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so yeah, games chemistry brings up a good point. He says to add more to the point of Sony, The Last of Us Part 2 had barely began development when it was announced and won't be out until at least late next year. Exactly. There's like, why? Just announce it next year. Just at least announce it in the calendar year. That's what I would like to see. Announce it in the calendar year or announce it within a year of when it's going to come out. Like, don't announce games 2 to 3 years ahead of time. Like, that's really dumb. That's really dumb. And look, like I said, this isn't just Sony. This is all of them. This is Nintendo. Nintendo's done this with the Wii U. Nintendo will be announcing games like super ahead of time. You know, like way ahead of time. Like with the Wii U, they did. Now with the Switch, they've learned their lesson. With the Switch, they've learned their lesson. Every single game so far has been announced within the calendar year. Every game has been announced. Nintendo, or within a year of when it's going to release, or within at that point. Now we still need to see. We still need to wait and see about Pokemon. Pokemon could be one of those games. We need to wait and see on Metroid Prime 4 if that actually launches this year. But like I said, we'll see. I would think that they're trying to at least get it within a year launch. And I know that I don't think Metroid Prime is going to take like 3 years to come out or 2.5 years to come out, from last year when it was announced. Or like Pokemon is going to come out like 3 years from now, So yeah, man. Greatness awaits, yeah. Greatness definitely awaits, man. Greatness awaits. So yeah, man. Another Friday with OJ and a 6-pack of Chronos. Yo, shout out to Elvis. Thank you very much. Thank you. Shenmue Kickstarter. Okay, June 15th. Okay. Was that the Shenmue Kickstarter? But wasn't Shenmue announced in like 2013? Am I mixing that up with Kingdom Hearts? I'm pretty sure. Wasn't Shenmue originally announced in like 2013? I guess I forgot. Oh yeah, you're right. E3 2015. Sorry about that. My bad. E3 2015. So we're going on 3 years now, not 5 years. But still, if you didn't have a kid then, your kid's turning 3 years old from the last time that Shenmue was even like when they announced the game. So sorry, I was off by 2 years. Sorry about that. I was mixing up Kingdom Hearts. So Kingdom Hearts was 2013, if I'm not correct, right? Was Kingdom Hearts 2013? The Kingdom Hearts 3? Which game was... Yeah, okay, yeah, 2013. So yeah, my bad. I was mixing up Kingdom Hearts. So Kingdom Hearts was announced at June 2013, and we still don't have Kingdom Hearts yet, So my bad. I was mixing those up. 2014, 2015, 2013, 2012. What up, Mikkel? What up? Shout out to Elite Ninja Mikkel. Thank you so much. Do appreciate that. So yeah, man. Yeah, 2013 for that game. Yeah. Hey, give me my Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm dying. I'm good on the remasters of Kingdom Hearts. I really Kingdom Hearts, but yeah, whatever. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the next topic here, guys. We're done with the Nintendo Direct Mini. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was solid. I thought it was going to be, they're giving people, games that people obviously who didn't buy Wii U. They're giving us some new games. We're getting Kirby. That game's brand new. We're getting The World Ends With You. That game's, they're adding a new scenario to the game that fleshes out the story. And I didn't beat that game anyway. And the controls to me, the controls work on the DS, but I wasn't the biggest fan of the controls. And also Dark Souls. We're getting Dark Souls. That's never came to a Nintendo system. So to me, that's a big deal. Portable Dark Souls, it's breaking new ground because it's the first Nintendo system to get Dark Souls, and it's also the first portable experience Dark Souls is ever going to have on a dedicated video game machine. So I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into some NIS. How have we only been going for 38 minutes? That's ridiculous. I felt like I've been talking for at least an hour. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into some NPD results. Excuse me, hold up. Okay, so the NPD results are in. And Aaron Greenberg says that, Aaron Greenberg, who's the Microsoft dude, he says that Nintendo Switch was the top selling system overall for December. He says that this is his exact statement on Twitter. And like I said, he's like one of the head honchos over there at Microsoft. Says, was just trying to thank the folks for supporting us and the incredible success following the launch of the Xbox One X, but yes, Xbox outsold PS4 in December for Gen 8 consoles, according to the NPD data, while Nintendo also had a great month, as Switch had most overall units. So there you go. Switch sold the most overall units in December NPD. Now, NPD, guys, just for those who don't know, NPD is not even North American, U.S. sales. So the biggest market in the world for video games is the U.S. because we have like a gazillion people here. So it's the biggest market for video games in terms of packaged retail video games and all that stuff. Now, mobile, I think maybe like China and Japan are up there with the U.S. But I think even mobile, we're if you just factor everything in, the U.S. is the biggest market in the world. You factor in mobile, retail, normal, packaged video games, dedicated video game systems, factor everything in, the U.S. is the biggest market. So people are always looking at the NPD, like who won NPD. Now, I don't care who won NPD. I couldn't care less. All I want to see is that Nintendo bops the Wii U every single time, that Nintendo bops the 3DS every single time, and that Nintendo is competitive just when it comes to sales. It doesn't need to outsell Xbox. It doesn't need to outsell Sony. You know what I'm saying? All I want to do is just see it sell well. So I don't care that it outsold it. But I'll say this, and this is getting to my portability thing, you know, when it comes back to portability. You can't sit here and tell me that portability isn't a factor. You can't sit here and tell me that the hybrid nature of the Switch isn't a factor. The Switch has nowhere near as many games as the Xbox and the PlayStation. Let's be real here, guys. And like, this is not anything to bash the Switch, but let's be real. No Destiny 2, no good version or full version of FIFA, no NHL, no NBA Live, nothing from EA, okay? And no matter how you feel about Battlefront 2 or whatever, it doesn't have that. Battlefield, you know, from EA. It doesn't have COD, Call of Duty, Destiny 2, Assassin's Creed. All of these big games that everyone is proclaiming, this is what you need to win. This is what you need to sell. Wii U didn't have this. And look at how bad it sold. Everyone who's proclaiming that type of stuff, where are you guys at now? You can't sit here and tell me that there isn't some type of X factor, okay? Because yes, Nintendo has their first party games. Yes, Nintendo has Legend of Zelda. You know, yes, Nintendo has Mario. Yes, Nintendo has Xenoblade. Yes, Nintendo has all of these great games, right? Like, Nintendo has all that stuff. But in my opinion, like, that alone is not enough to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need more than that. And there needs to be something else. There needs to be that little something, that little pizzazz, or that little thing that kind of pushes people to go out there and buy this system. Because it was just last month that Sony sold so many PS4s. I mean, Sony sold a ton of systems throughout the holiday period. But, you know, like, it's $299. The Xbox One X and the Xbox One, you know, that they have a varying price scale, but the Xbox One, you can get that for as low as $189. You can get a PS4 for as low as, in December, you can get a PS4 for as low as $220. Nintendo Switch, the lowest you can get a Nintendo Switch is $299. So you have a large majority of people that are buying a Switch over the cheaper options of the PS4, or they're buying it with it. Maybe they already have a PS4, they're also buying it an extra. So I can't sit there and say I'm buying over. But all I'm trying to sit here and say is that there is something going on here that's telling people to buy this Switch system, and it's not just Nintendo's first party games. People complained about ports. People said that, oh, well, these are old ports. Skyrim, Doom, these games aren't going to do anything. And no, actually, Skyrim and Doom and all of the games that are coming for how old they are and the fact that, you know, they're full price, they're doing pretty well on the Nintendo Switch. And it's not just in the US for NPD, but there's something going on here. You cannot sit here and tell me that the portability factor is not something, the hybrid factor of being able to play your games anywhere. Because I've been having a number of people rush to the comment section, sit here and trying to tell me that, yo, like, you know, like, oh, portability means nothing. Are you, like, what are you, a caveman? Like, who sits, like, in today's day, unless you have nothing else to do, maybe you have no family, you have no friends, you have nowhere that you visit, but who in the hell just sits inside their room and plays video games all day? Like, who doesn't at least go visit a friend? Who doesn't go at least go to travel? Maybe you go on vacation. You go to someone else's house. Like most people do that. That's the reason why most people have cell phones and stop buying home phones. It's the same reason why most people buy tablets. Like even though you might have a PC, I have a PC, I have a tablet. I also have a tablet and I have a smartphone. I have all of them. You know why I have a tablet? Because I can't take my freaking PC over to my mom's house. I can't take my PC like to when I travel. That's the reason why tablets were born, okay? That's the reason why tablets and smartphones, why were they made? They were made for convenience. So I don't understand, like it doesn't like compute when people sit here and say portability is not a factor. Like that's so dumb, and I can't find a single soul to debate me on this topic. Everyone always wants to sit here and tell me that it's not a big deal, you know, even though the results are right there. Can't find a single person that wants to talk to me live about this. Not a single person. So it is what it is. Shout outs to Velvet. What's up, Velvet? Thank you so much for coming out to the stream. I do appreciate that. So yeah, man, let's get some comments. Nintendo Brad says portability is the future. Sony and MS will eventually come out with the Switch clone. Absolutely. At some point, it's gonna be why don't you offer an option for this? That's what it's gonna get to, especially when internet gets fast enough. Like when we get like 6 or 7G or whatever, when internet gets so fast to the point to where you can play full out online battles, you know, and maybe they're even integrated into like the network fees for whatever, to where you can actually just have your Switch. It comes with like 6G or 7G or whatever the case is, you know. Excuse me, like way into the future. So like the Switch 3, the Switch 4, whatever that they do, you know, that's going to be the death of the traditional normal console, at least in terms of only offering that. Right now, Microsoft and Sony can get away with only offering that because the chips, that's the power that they offer. In the future, when the mobile chips eventually catch up or get very close, okay, to the quality of normal systems, that's when you're going to see a lot of people making the clones and seeing Microsoft and Sony jump over completely. Now, I think Sony's probably closer to it than Microsoft, but eventually they're both going to have to do something. Now, they can opt to do, you know, still make big towers and consoles like they normally do, but they're going to have to offer, for those who want it, an option to have a hybrid device. Eventually, they'll get to that point. Because it's funny, because kids today, yeah, they're buying PS4s and Xbox Ones, but a lot of them are saying, I want to Switch because I can take that to school with me. I can take that to school. I can take it to my buddy's house. I wish I had a Switch when I was a kid. You know, we had Game Boys, and Game Boys were also very, very popular. Game Boy was just as popular as a PlayStation 1 or a PlayStation 2. You know, Game Boy Advance was just as popular. Not as popular as a PlayStation 2, but Game Boy Advance, it was only sold for a short amount of time. Its life was very short, but it sold 80 million plus in like 4 years, okay? So the rate that it was selling just as good as any system out there. So as kids, those have always been popular with kids. It's just we're actually getting to the point now to where games don't have to be a completely separate thing. Like if you're making a handheld game or a portable game, it doesn't need to be this completely separate game. We're getting to the point to where we get Dark Souls remastered. We don't get Dark Souls portable edition, you know, for the Nintendo Switch. We get Dark Souls remastered, the actual console game of Dark Souls. So that's what's capable today compared to back then as a kid. Back then as a kid, Game Boy and all that, you had to make a completely different version of the game for the most part. Like 3DS, you can't have a game that's on console and also, unless it's an independent game that's smaller and you're using like a Unity engine or something like that, you can't have the same game, you know, and that's why you never saw like 3DS and Wii U a lot. And when you did, the games were obviously completely different, like Smash Brothers, for example. Smash Brothers on Wii U and also 3DS, but they were the same content in the game in terms of characters and all that, but the looks, everything was completely different. You know, now we, like, when the next Smash Bros. Game comes out, you don't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to spend all the development time and resources making 2 versions of Smash Brothers and staggering the launches. Okay, this Smash Brothers comes out at this time, then this Smash Brothers comes out at this. It's all null and void at this point. And I only bought Smash Brothers on the 3DS just so I can play the game portably, so I can play the game on my lunch breaks at work. That's the only reason why I bought Smash Brothers on the 3DS, so I can play the game on my lunch breaks at work. That's it. So that's the difference. So in the future, so, you know, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, eventually it'll catch up. You know, when cell phones first launched, the quality compared to landlines was so horrible. It was trash. I remember, like, calling people, you know, my friend had a little brick Nokia, and I need to use his Nokia to call my mom to come pick me up, you know, and it sounded like crap. It sounded like crap. It was static. It sounded like crap. A lot of the phones were horrible back then. So we're talking, 1990, no, 1998, 1999. We're talking in that area when kids actually started getting cell phones, when parents actually started saying, here's your cell phone, your first cell phone. This little brick Nokia, it looked like, what did it look like? Here's my wall. It looked like this, but maybe a little bit smaller. I cut this in half. Little brick Nokia. You can play Snake on it. It sounded like crap. But now we've caught up to the point to where landlines and home phones, still landline is still better, but a cell phone can sound just as good, if not better, than some landlines, you know what I'm saying? Or it's on par, you know what I'm saying? So we finally reached the quality, which we actually reached that a while ago, but, that's what I'm saying. Like, eventually they're going to have to, do it. So, he said in 2030 you'll be able to drive your car with the Nintendo Switch. That's too far in the future. That future is scary. Hopefully we're all alive and well in 2030. But that's very far in the future. The world that we know of right now is going to be very different. Because think about it 30 years ago. Or not, well, it's not 30 years. What is it? That's going to be in 12 years. Think about 12 years ago how the world was. Like 12 years ago, that was 20. Then you got 2008-ish. That's 10 years ago, 2008. So then you dock another 2 years from that. So 2006. Think of how things were in 2006. Oh man, it's crazy. But portability doesn't matter. It does. Obviously it does, Obviously it does. Shout outs to the 311 people watching. Do appreciate all of you guys who are watching. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed and get the best content in terms of Nintendo Switch gaming news. Got it all right here. Let's see if we can get to 200 likes though. We got 300 people watching, so we should be able to get to 200 likes. Let's go ahead and get us trending on there. So let's go ahead and take some comments from the message boards here. And then we're gonna roast. Then we're gonna roast Nihon Falcom in a bit. Some person says my Nokia is better than the Switch. Believe it, Naruto. Believe it. Nintendo Brad says Volta is excellent. Are you talking about like the new NVIDIA chip? Quentin Satora says PlayerEssence portability isn't a factor. Like psych, it is an absolute extreme factor, especially for us military members when it comes to deployment. Everyone I work with is getting a Nintendo Switch before we ship out. Exactly. 12 years ago, we existed, right? No, we existed 12 years ago. Yeah, cause it launched 12 years ago. The Wii launched 12 years ago. Yeah, because -10 2008. The Wii launched in it technically calendar year. No, it didn't exist, but it was launching this year 12 years ago, 2006. So yeah, 12 years ago. So the Wii was going to launch, but it did exist. We knew about it because Nintendo revealed the Wii in 2005. So we knew about the Wii, but it hadn't launched yet 12 years ago right at this point. But this was the launch year for the Wii 12 years ago. The iPhone 1.0 was 2006, right? Yes, iPhone 1.0 was 2006. I was a freshman in college. I was on my freshman year in college, going to my sophomore year in college when the iPhone first came out. So yeah. Yes, don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you. We did hit 200 likes. Let's see if we can aim for 250. So thank you guys so much. If we get to 300 would be really good because that'll definitely get us on the front page. So thank you guys. Do appreciate that. We still got a while to go. We're gonna do this in terms of content, and I'm gonna accept user topics as well. So get your user topics ready. We're gonna have user questions and user topics because we're kind of going through this pretty quickly. This is definitely taking a little bit faster than I thought. So we're gonna have time for user topics, which is a new thing that we're adding into here. So, have you tried the Dragon Quest Builders demo? It is a lot of fun. Well, I have Dragon Quest Builders on the Nintendo or on the PlayStation 4, so there's no need for me to buy the demo. If I want to play the game, I can just play the game. But yeah, playing it on the Switch would be, I guess, just to see how it runs on the Switch would be good. But yeah, I've heard it runs really good, so I'm not in any rush to play the Dragon Quest Builders demo. Shoutouts to Riku EXV says Phantasy Star Universe should be on the Switch. Phantasy Star Universe. Let me look it up so I can talk about it. So yeah, if you have a topic and you want me to talk about it, let me know. We'll get into that after the Falcom roast. Okay. But since Riku donated, I'm going to talk about it right now. Phantasy Star Universe. The Universe 2. Oh, that's the Xbox One game. Or no, the Xbox 360 game. Yeah, I played this game. I played this game back in the day. This game's not very good. I remember playing this game. No, it's not very good. I don't know if this one should be on the Switch. I'd rather have Phantasy Star Online 2 and like I'd rather have that, or I'd rather have them remake Phantasy Star Online from the GameCube than this game. I don't like this game, I don't like this Phantasy Star at all. I don't think it's like super horrible, but I just don't think it's as good as I don't think it's as good as the other Phantasy Star Online games. But yeah, I mean, I'd take it. I'll probably buy it. If they did release it, I'll buy it. But yeah, I actually have that game, Phantasy Star Universe, on the Xbox 360. Yeah, I remember that one. I played it. I just... Shout out to Nightman with a $2 donation. It says, Another Strange donated. Another Strange has donated. Shout out, thank you so much. I do appreciate the donations, guys. So yeah, man. Let's see here. So let's go ahead and... Let's roast us some Neon Falcom. So I know a lot of you guys were like, what? Neon Falcom? Why are we roasting Neon Falcom? So let me tell you the reason why we're roasting Neon Falcom. This company, this president is trying to pander to Sony. Like, I think at this point, I think it's fairly safe to say that he obviously has some type of thing, or either he's ridiculously either he's the most pessimistic president that I have ever seen, or he's just not very smart. Okay, or he's just not very smart. And like, I don't say that very like obviously he's an intelligent guy, or he wouldn't be the president of, obviously he's an intelligent guy, or he wouldn't be the president of this company. But I'm just saying, like, when it comes to business, it just seems to me like there's something not clicking in his head, or like I said, or maybe he's just extremely pessimistic. But usually presidents of companies aren't this pessimistic. Heck, EA isn't even this pessimistic when it comes to Nintendo. Like, I mean, EA is pretty pessimistic, but like, this guy is ridiculous. And we'll get into that in just a second. We had a donation, so let me go ahead and look into this, what Jumpmon says here. So Jumpmon donated $5 to Super Chat. It says, would you expect newer iterations of the Switch, like Switch Mini, Super Switch, and also what games are you playing right now? Yeah, I expect future iterations of the Switch. Not a Switch Mini, but like a Switch, like a Super Switch or something like that. Like Super, or like new Nintendo Switch, absolutely. And in terms of games, I've only been playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That's the game that I've been playing like crazy, is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So yeah, thank you, Jumpmon. But yes, expect a new Nintendo Switch, Super Switch, Switch EX, you know, something like that. Expect that within the next 2 to 3 years. I would think that we're gonna get another Switch that uses, you know, some type of more advanced NVIDIA chip or something like that, or has buffed processing speed or processing power, or better ARM CPU or something like that. So yeah, expect that in the next couple of years. Now, if you want to look back to the 3DS, that launched in 2011. We got the new Nintendo 3DS in 2014. So it took about 3 years for that to launch. So yeah, I would expect the same thing, about 3 years. So 2020, we should probably see like a new Nintendo Switch or something like that. So let's get back into roasting Neon Falcom. So apparently, like NIS America, you know, they're working with Neon Falcom to bring over Ys 8, Lacrimosa of Dana, which is a great action RPG. You know, the Nintendo Switch does not have a lot of action RPGs right now, so that's good. You want an action RPG on the Switch, that's good. The developers of that game are Neon Falcom. Now, Falcom, I'm not sure if they're developing the Switch version of that game, but it's their game that they worked on, so obviously they need to talk to the people who are developing it, or maybe they have some people that are developing it. I don't know, but it's a collaboration that they need to work with, since Neon Falcom did the nitty-gritty, and NIS actually published the game, so it's a collaboration. Now, they're bringing the game over to the Nintendo Switch, and of course, Neon, or NIS is happy. NIS is like, yo, like, we got a new game. It's coming to the Switch. Like, Disgaea 5 sold really well. There's a big potential. Like, everybody that has any sense in Japan is like, yeah, we need to bring games to the Switch, you know, because like the Switch is selling, games are selling, and everyone's excited. Everyone speaks positively about that in Japan. I haven't seen any Japanese developers or publishers speak negatively and say we're not, you know, as negatively as this guy is speaking. So the NIS America guy was happy, and this is what he had to say. This is what the NIS America guy representative had to say about working with Falcom and Ys 8. He said, "I am extremely happy to have announced a collaborative project with Mr. Falcom. Of course, not only for Ys fans, Falcom fans, Nintendo fans, for everyone. We would like to expand not only Ys 8 but also other titles." So he kind of like let it, like, you know, open the door up to other titles from Neon Falcom coming over. Now, in that same, now, when that quote was brought over to the Nihon Falcom president, here is what he had to say, or at least the translation. So one of the mods over that Reset Era had this to say. He said, I read over the interview, and it sounds like the NISA, or NIS American guy, is much more hopeful about this than Kondo is. And Kondo is the Nihon Falcom president. And Kondo's response to the quote, as far as what the NIS America person had to say, and he basically implied, quote, let's not get carried away. Okay? And then the NIS American guy does go on to say that, of course, it'll be important to do a good job developing and selling Ys 8, but it's his hope for a continued partnership. So anybody in business is going to say, yeah, you know, you want to be positive. You want to be positive heading into the sales of Ys 8, which is this summer. You want to be positive about that and say, yeah, like if you're a president, you're going to be like, okay, you know, let's see what we can do. Let's get this game selling. You know, we're looking forward to working with them, and hopefully we can have hope for it because you're a president. You want to make money. Why the hell are you going to sit here and say, let's not get carried away? Like, who does that? Obviously, he's pandering to somebody, and this is the reason why I'm roasting this company, is because obviously there's something else going on. First of all, this is what this dude said. It's not just this quote, guys, okay? And I didn't get all worked up in my video, you know, I tried to stay professional. But this time I'm gonna get a little worked up because to me, there's something going on here. You know, he sits there and says, well, oh, all the hardcore gamers, where are they at? They're on PlayStation 4. My guy, have you looked at your sales? All the hardcore gamers on PlayStation 4? See, this is what I'm talking about. What do you mean all the hardcore gamers are on PlayStation 4? What happened to your last game? Legend of Heroes, the Cold Steel 3 game that came out. What happened to half of your sales? You sold 160,000 units plus on the PS Vita and the PS4 for that game in Japan, debut sales, in terms of the last Legend of Heroes game, okay? Between the PS Vita, Legend of Heroes, Cold Steel, the second one, that sold 160,000 units plus between the PS Vita and the PS4 version of the game, or was it PS3 version of the game, okay? The PS Vita version outsold the PS3 version, okay, of the last one that they released. Even though the PS3, I think at the time, had a bigger install base. Yeah, actually still has a bigger install base than the PS Vita in Japan. So your game outsold it on a portable system. Now you go from, you ditch PS3, obviously, you ditch PS Vita, obviously, well, not obviously, I don't know why they didn't bring Cold Steel 3 to the PS Vita, but whatever. They bring out their latest game to the PS4 only. Your sales are cut in half, and you have the audacity to say all of the hardcore gamers are on the PlayStation 4. Okay, if all the hardcore gamers are on PlayStation 4, is there a reason why your game sales were cut in half when you developed a game that was just as good, if not better, than Cold Steel 3? Than Cold Steel 2? This is the problem that I have with this guy. You're pandering to the Sony fan base, and they're not pandering back to you. It's not like people rushed out and bought the game after he was pandering to them, okay? Because the game dropped off the sales charts. Legend of Heroes Cold Steel 3, the third one on PlayStation 4, that game was on the sales charts for, I think, 2 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks, it was in the top 20, and then it disappeared off of the face of the sales charts for the top 20. Now, it might still be in the top 50. I need to check, just look over the numbers. But my guy, you lost half of your sales from not having a portable version of the game. All the hardcore gamers on the PS4? Where are the hardcore sales at then, my guy? No, not all the hardcore gamers on the PlayStation 4. No, that's false. A lot of the hardcore gamers are on the Nintendo Switch, especially for the type of games that you're trying to sell. Disgaea, which is a good game, but it's not as good as Legend of Heroes, okay? For the most part, that's what most people think. It's not as good as Legend of Heroes, okay? That game sold 200,000 copies on the Nintendo Switch. 200,000 copies on the Nintendo Switch. I repeat, 200,000 copies on the Nintendo Switch. You wouldn't want those sales for your game too? Which you could probably sell more than 200,000 copies in terms of Japan and America? Why are you pandering? Like, this is why I'm roasting this company, because this company is ridiculous. You sit here and say all the hardcore gamers are there, but it's not the sales results don't back that up. Where are your sales results to back up what you're saying, okay? That's the problem that I have. That's the main problem. And I haven't been looking at the chat here, so I'm going to look at the chat. And shout outs to Turricane Rex for the subscription. Thank you so much, Turricane. I do appreciate that. And all these comments are coming quick. So what I would like to see from a president is, okay, like, this is what I'd like to hear him say. Like, that's fine. If you're not completely confident in the Switch, that's fine. But you've got companies far bigger than you, okay? You've got a company that's willing to publish your titles. so you don't have to take care of publishing duties. Okay, we're not NIS America and NIS Japan will handle publishing. Publishing is expensive. Publishing is not cheap, okay? Because publishing, what that does is that you pay for all the disc manufacturing. You pay for the shipping to the different countries. You pay for all the licensing to license to the PEGI, to all these different things, okay? You pay for all of that. Like, publishing is expensive. It's not a cheap thing to do, to publish, okay? It's one of the more expensive things. Not as expensive as the actual game development, but also publishing, that's the marketing budget too. So when you publish the game, as a publisher, you need to use your marketing teams. I mean, sometimes you can team up. Sometimes the developers have a marketing team, like Falcom might have a marketing team. But overall, most publishers have a marketing team, okay, that helps market the games. And we'll get to the donation in just a bit. I see that, Zuma. Most publishers handle the marketing. You know, like for example, Nintendo handled the marketing for Skyrim. Nintendo paid for the Skyrim commercials. You know, the close call commercials with Skyrim? Nintendo paid for that. Nintendo marketed the game. Nintendo also distributed review codes. Some, not all of them, but some review codes were distributed by Nintendo. Nintendo even handled a little bit of marketing for FIFA on the Switch in terms of review codes and handling like putting up certain things. So then, like they didn't publish the game, but I'm just saying like when you have a publisher that's willing to work with you, why will you shun them? Are you dumb? Like, I guess I don't want to say sick. I let that slip. But my problem is that most developers would love to have publishers pander to them. Yeah, we want to work with you. You know why? Because that costs you less money. As a developer, you can make money off that and not have to worry about it. You don't have to self-publish, which Falcom never self-publishes. But like, look at like for example, like Platinum Games. You know what I'm saying? Like they are so happy that they're able to that they're releasing some self-published titles. But most of the part, like, you know, Platinum wants to work with companies because that's money that they can make. You know, I don't see what his deal is, and that's why I'm roasting Nihon Falcom. Like, every single Japanese publisher is down with the Nintendo Switch. What Japanese publisher hasn't announced something? Let's just go over them. You guys can start naming them in the comment section. We have Square Enix, games on the Switch. We have Bandai Namco, games on the Switch. We have Koei Tecmo, games on the Switch. We have, what else? We have Japanese independent developers like Kamiko, all those games, like, those are all on the Nintendo Switch. What else is there? Like, how many different Japanese publishers are all, Koei Tecmo. Oh, I already said Koei Tecmo. But anyway, all of them are excited to bring games over and have said positive things. Why are you being a bum? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you being such a bum? You know, so that's what I don't understand. That's what I really don't understand. So Atlas, exactly. Atlas, another great developer. I mean, Atlas self-publishes something. So yeah, Atlas is now part of Sega, but Atlas still operates like they're independent at times. So yeah, Sega, Atlas, both of them are on the Nintendo Switch. I know even Konami, Capcom, you know, on the Nintendo Switch. So I mean, I don't see the thing here. So shout outs to Zemma Duvant. Zemma Duvant says donated $2 through Super Chat and says, hey, you watch the Disgaea talk, buddy. I'm sorry, man. Disgaea is a good game. Don't get me wrong. I have Disgaea. It's a good game. But I mean, I would think that most people in Japan, at least, obviously, Legend of Heroes sells way more than Disgaea. Like, Disgaea didn't sell very well. The latest Disgaea game didn't sell very well on the Nintendo Switch in Japan. Well, I mean, it just sold kind of poorly at the beginning. I bet it had a little bit of a long tail. But for the most part, Disgaea is more popular in the US and in the Western areas than Disgaea is in Japan. So, Legend of Heroes is as popular in Japan as it is here in the US and Western areas. So, I was kind of talking about the Japanese audience, you know. So yeah, man. Am I done roasting them? Am I done roasting Falcom? I'll get some comments here. Disgaea 5 is a good game. Look up some reviews. Atlas is missing a lot of games for the Nintendo Switch. Well, you gotta let them get. Like, we're still early. We're still we're getting Shin Megami Tensei 5. It's not that they're missing a lot of games. It's that they're finally moving over they're gonna move over from the 3DS to the Nintendo Switch. Don't worry, you're going to get games on there. It's not that they're missing. It's just let them get going. Let them work on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them work on it. But it's not missing. It's going to get games. But the Switch you have to realize, guys, the Switch is barely a year old. Like, Switch is just going to be a year old. Like, Atlas wasn't, like, trigger happy with the PS4 and Xbox One. Like, look how long it took for Persona 5 to come out on the PS4. Okay, Persona 4 came out how long ago? And Persona 5 just launched. Well, not just launched, but Persona 5 launched last year on the PS4. So it's not like Atlas is, like, rushing out a bunch of games on newer systems anyway, you know? So Atlas has a lot of support on the 3DS still, you know? Atlas has a ton of support on the 3DS, and I think they're finally going to try to move over from the 3DS to the Nintendo Switch. So just be patient. Just be patient. The Legend of Switch. What up, PlayerEssence? I just subscribed. I just subbed. When did you just sub? Like recently? Okay, because I didn't see your name pop up on here. So maybe you didn't sub during this live stream, but you subbed recently. Okay. Shout out to the 340 people watching, 330 plus. Do appreciate that. I'm gonna read some comments. What do you guys think about Falcom? When is Secret of Mana coming to the States? We have no idea if that game is even coming. Randall, Gavin, NIS won't bring over the Legend of Heroes. That's Exceed a marvelous EU job. We'll have to wait and see. I think overall it's one of those things where you have to kind of get the okay from Falcom too, you know. So yeah. Persona Q2 might come out next year. It might come out this year, actually. Maybe. Shoutouts to Ninjet for the subscription. Thank you so much, Ninjet. Appreciate it. Everyone in chat, please make Ninjet feel very welcome. Welcome to the village, homie. They need a slap across the head. They need a slap because like there's not any developer. I mean, that's sit here and talk negative. I mean, you guys saw at the Nintendo press event, pretty much every single Japanese developer was on board with the Switch. I mean, From Software went from laughing at the Nintendo Switch to actually developing games on the Nintendo Switch. You know, so shout outs to Power Level Amy with the $1 donation, and she says The Legend of Amy Definitive Edition confirmed for Switch. It's a port though. No one will try to buy it. No one will buy it. That's true. Legend of Amy. I'd totally buy that game. That game would be crazy. Photoshop skill, like you just be photoshopping the whole time in that game. Photoshopping. What do you like? Wakeboarding over sharks. Oh my gosh. T-Dude says the CEO of Falcom needs to support Nintendo more than just hate. He does. Fireblast Bo says Falcom, get your bum mind out of here. you need to get slapped. They do need to get slapped. Falcom needs a good slapping. Slapping. Shout outs to Riku EXV says think you can take me. Don't forget me. Think you can take me. Don't forget me. That's a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 quote. Think you can take me? Don't forget me. like, what was Nintendo thinking with that translation? Like, think you can take me? Think you can take me? Don't forget me. Like, who says that when you're fighting them to the death? Think you can take? Well, I can see why somebody says you think you can take me, but then like, why would you say don't forget me while you're fighting? I think there's something lost in translation. Think you can take me? Don't forget me. Don't forget me. Reminds me of Welcome to Die from X-Men Arcade. or he's a man, not a god. He's a man, not a god from Rambo. Angry Joe. He's a man, not a god. 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 Oh my gosh. Yeah, man. Well, you didn't forget him at that. Good choice of words. Very memorable. Yeah, that's true. Definitely didn't forget. Well, they all look the same, so I'm not going to forget them because they all look the same. They all wear the same outfits, so... Think you can forget me? Gotta combine them together. Think you can forget me? He's a man, not a god. Og MC says, do you think Dark Souls Switch will have an open beta like Doc Trey said? Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some user topics and user questions. If you guys have any topics that you guys want me to go over, if you guys have any questions you guys want to ask, go ahead and ask me that. Or if you have a topic that you guys want me to talk about, so like a news article, Excuse me. Let me know. Okay, let me know. Jumpmon says, so I was listening to SpongeBob go to work for 10 hours and just to listen to it. What? Why would you do that, Jumpmon? Mario Tennis motion control. Okay. And the only reason why I don't play with Japanese audio is because they say a lot of stuff after the battle with different blades, and I want to understand what they actually say because those aren't subtitled. So if they actually subtitle what they talk about after the battles and like between battles and stuff like that, like after you fight, sometimes like blades will talk to each other. Like blades will talk to the drivers will talk to the blades, and I want to understand what they're saying. I wish those were subtitled. Hey OJ, do you think you can take me? Absolutely. Smash Brothers, let's go. Let's get to 250 likes though, guys. We're almost there. We're at 234. Let's see if we can get to 250. 16 more likes. Do you, Legend of Switches, do you like Falcom? I think Falcom's games are good. I just think that their president is a bum at times. He has a bum mindset for when it comes to the Switch, at least. Brada Spliff says, or when they, okay, hold up. Okay, he's not, there's no question there. I think Link Between Worlds might be getting Nintendo Select. Well, yeah, I talked about that. There was a rumor. When will we see the Switch version of Dragon Quest XI? Probably by summer this year, in my opinion. OJ, are you gonna get Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet? Yeah, I think I'm gonna get it. We'll just have to see. If I have the money for it, I might get it. Maybe not. I don't want to pronounce that name, but yeah. Oboro Muramasa. Okay, yeah. I would love to get Vanilla Ware to port Oboro Muramasa to the Switch. We might be seeing that. We gotta wait and see on that. Maybe we'll see it. Topic. Did you see Nintendo Switch DS mock-up at the on Nintendo Enthusiast? No, I didn't see that. Solar 7. OJ, South Park: The Fractured Butthole is listed on the Aussie retailer Sanity for the Nintendo Switch. I already know that. I talked about that. I even said that it's even in the title of this video. South Park Switch ? So yeah, I know that. I know that. You have a question on that? You have anything else, Solar, that you want to ask on that, or was it just a statement to let me know? But I already know about that. T-Dude says 20 is Nintendo and Square Enix's must-buy RPG for the Switch. Yeah, 20, which is The World Ends With You. That is actually published by Nintendo. Nintendo's publishing that game. FDG Entertainment announced 100,000 sold between Boston Tales and Ocean. Yeah, you know what? That's one of my lost videos, guys. There's been so much news that came out. I have a video that's actually already done, but I couldn't publish it because that had that news in there, but I couldn't publish it because there's just too much news that I had to get out. So unfortunately, that one kind of fell by the wayside. Landon Greer says, PlayerEssence, will you be playing the Fighter Z beta on Sunday? Maybe. Depends. Maybe not. Maybe. Just depends if I feel like it. Metalhead Gamer says, question to you, OJ. Do you think Nintendo will port their Wii U games to all their Wii U games to the Switch? No, not all of them. They're not going to port Game & Wario. So no, they won't port all of them, but they're going to port a good number of them, yeah. Code Vein for Switch, OJ. I need to see more of Code Vein. It looks okay, but it doesn't look... looks kind of restricted at this point, to be honest. It doesn't look that great. OJ, are you going to get FE on the Switch fee or FE or whatever they want? No, I'm not going to get that. Do you think Darksiders 3 will come to Switch? Not at this point, no. M. Williams says external. Okay, never mind. Shoutouts to, I don't know, you know, I really need to change the font on this so that the picture can be bigger. Shoutouts to Lori Wendell Ford, who donated $5 and says, I love your videos, man. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. If you have a statement or if you have like a question, definitely go ahead and do that, guys. If you're definitely gonna donate, you can put in a question there and I'll answer it right away. So thank you so much. I do appreciate that, but I know you just wanted to just say you like the videos and appreciate the work. So thank you. I appreciate you coming to the channel. I mean, I really do appreciate each and every single one of you guys. 300 plus of you guys watching, 34,000 plus subscribed. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate that. Legend of Switch. Do you think about... Wait, hold up. What do you think about the rumor direct coming? There is no real rumor direct coming, guys. What are you talking about? There is no rumor of a direct. See, this is the reason why I'm not reporting on stuff like that, because people like to make their own assumptions. Like when I report on rumors, people get so hyped up and amped up for something. Then if it doesn't happen, you sit there and get mad. Like you sit there and get mad and say, "Oh well, why isn't Smash Brothers at this direct? Why don't they have Animal Crossing? Why don't they have Super Mario Odyssey 2? Like people get so crazy, they don't realize that rumors are just rumors. And no, there is no real rumor of a direct coming. All someone said was like, oh, well, look, like Nintendo has, you know, whenever they did a mini direct, there's another direct that follows, you know, later. I mean, yeah, they could, but can we just be happy with the games that we have right now and the games that are coming out? Like, just relax, guys. Anything that's announced at this next direct isn't going to be released anytime soon, okay? Anything that was going to be released sometime soon was what they announced at the mini direct, okay? So just relax. I'm tired of fielding questions about the Nintendo, like if there's going to be some type of direct, because this mini direct was just, oh my gosh, there's a mini direct. We need a bigger direct now. No, we don't. Just relax and play the Switch. Just relax and play the games that are coming out. We don't need another direct. We already had a mini direct, and it's fine. It's on. We'll all be okay. But no, there is no official rumor of another direct coming. That's just someone who's trying to piece together things. There's no actual rumor of that. Will there be another new Zelda on the 3DS? Will Skyward Sword come to the Switch? Skyward Sword, I don't know if that's going to come to the Switch. Will there be another new Zelda on 3DS? Maybe. I think there might be another new Zelda on 3DS. But, I mean, I'm not 100% sure. Ren Fate says, would you like any Vanillaware games on the Switch? Yeah, Muramasa Demon Blade. That would be good. Would you ever play the original Super Nintendo in 2018? Why not? Jiv... Question, have you beat Xenoblade X? Yes, I've beat Xenoblade X. What do you think of the updated Switch port with extra chapters, improved ending, and improved online multiplayer? I don't need it, to be honest. Velvet says, what's up, Velvet? She says, SNK Heroines for the win. I'm kind of far behind on here. I got to catch up on these questions. A gamer, don't open your Switch. It will void the warranty. Okay, he's just talking about something else. Og says the mini direct was great. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was a good mini direct. It's a mini direct. Quantum Meal says, "What's up, OJ? What's up, dude? Do you think the Switch will get WWE games again? Didn't it get WWE this last WWE game? So yeah, I think it'll probably get next year's WWE game too." Cesar Pardilla says, I can't afford more than one full price game a month. That's good. Most people can't afford more than one full price game a month. We don't need more than one. You don't need to buy more than one full price game a month. Quantum Meal says, just got my internet connection back up. Good to catch live stream. Thank you. Thanks for coming out, man. Party Man says, PlayerEssence, do you think we will get a new Smash or a port of the Wii U version? I think we're going to get a super deluxe port. So basically all the DLC, all the content from the 3DS version, and maybe a couple new characters. But I don't think there's going to be a brand new Smash game that changes the mechanics and flow of the game. No. But I think it's going to be a super deluxe port. Maybe they add new mechanics in, but it's going to be the same engine. I don't see why they need to remake the whole game again like they do with all the other versions of Smash Brothers. Because just to let you guys know, Smash Brothers has one of the weirdest development cycles. It's the most counterproductive development cycle ever. The new Smash Brothers, every game is built from scratch. They reuse audio. They reuse some audio clips and stuff like that, but every game is built from scratch. All the models, everything's built from scratch. Super Smash Brothers on the 64, Super Smash Brothers on the GameCube, those are two completely different games. None of it is, I mean, like I said, outside of like audio clips for some of the characters, the game is completely different. Completely different engines, completely different games. Now, Super Smash Brothers on the Nintendo, did I say Switch? GameCube. Okay, whatever. GameCube. Super Smash Brothers Melee and Super Smash Brothers 64, completely different games. Super Smash Brothers on the Melee and Super Smash Brothers Brawl, completely different games. Completely different engines, completely different mechanics, completely different games. Play the same, well, not really play the same, but same premise, but completely different games for the most part. Super Smash Brothers Brawl, Super Smash Brothers for Wii U, play more similarly than any other Smash Bros. Game compared to each other, but completely different game, completely different engine, completely different everything. Like I said, only audio clips that they reuse sometimes. And like I said, that has wrecked Sakurai's hand. The process of making these Smash Brothers games have completely wrecked Sakurai. So, I mean, if Sakurai is on this next one, I don't want to see him wreck himself. And the reason why he wrecks himself every time is because they reuse everything. There's no modern developer that does this anymore. For the most part, there's no modern developer, I mean, that does this. I mean, you know, even Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was built on the Xenoblade Chronicles X engine, you know? And I think Legend of Zelda, they're going to use the same engine that they use for the Switch, you know. I mean, obviously they're going to optimize it more for the Switch, but I'm pretty sure the next Legend of Zelda game isn't going to make a whole new engine, create an engine from scratch, you know. I think they're going to modify it. Heck, even Uncharted 3 and Uncharted 4, Uncharted 4 uses a modified engine from Uncharted 3, you know. So, and that engine was on PS3. So even you know, even with PS4 and Xbox One, developers reuse engines that they've used before, you know, to make things easier. A lot of developers just use Unreal Engine now, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they don't want to wreck their hand. I mean, Sakurai is just crazy with what he does. So I don't see him going through that with Switch. You know what I'm saying? Although Switch is probably easier to develop than all the previous systems he's worked on. I think it has the least amount of limitations for what he's trying to do in his game. I think the Switch is the best suited for Smash Brothers. So even if he wanted to build a game from scratch, it wouldn't be anywhere near as hard, and he wouldn't have to worry about 2 games. And I think that's really what kind of broke Sakurai this time, was the fact that he had to make Super Smash Brothers for the 3DS and for the Wii U. So maybe he's feeling a little bit rejuvenated, not having to make 2 different games and working with modern architecture, not working with Nintendo's weird, you know, architecture that the Wii U and 3DS were. So maybe he feels invigorated about that. But if the best Super Smash Brothers player in the world, Zero, quits Smash Brothers because he's just, you know, he wants to move on to other interests and things like that, why wouldn't the creator of Smash Brothers quit at this point, you know? For those who don't know, Zero, who is the #1 Super Smash Brothers for Wii U player in the world. #1, he's been #1 for 3-4 years now. He's been #1 on the PGR top listings. He quit. He said, I'm done playing Smash Brothers. He made a lengthy post saying, I'm done playing, I've accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, everything, I've been #1, I've made money, I've done everything, I've fought, I've won all these championships, I'm going to build my stream, I'm going to relax, I'm going to hang out with my girlfriend, you know, and I think that's what Sakurai needs. I mean, I think that's what Sakurai needs. I don't know if Sakurai's married or if he has kids, I mean, or anything like that, but I don't want Sakurai killing himself over Smash Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I don't want. And to be honest, Smash Brothers on the Wii U, it's so good. The engine is so good, and it's such a good game. I mean, you can just tweak that engine to make it work the way that you want it to work. Heck, we have modders that are tweaking the engine to make it play like Melee more. So I don't feel that there's a need to make a whole new Smash Brothers. I think Smash Brothers is at its pinnacle, in my opinion. Now, there's things that you can do to make it better. Obviously, there's things you can tweak it, depending on what you like more. Like, if you like Melee more, you can just tweak that to let it play like Melee. But I don't feel Smash Brothers needs a brand new iteration every single time. I honestly feel that Smash Brothers is at its pinnacle. That's in my opinion. I don't really think there's anything else that you can do. Like, what else other than, I mean, add characters. Like, you can add characters, and that's fine, but I mean, you can add a single player if you want to add a single player, but in terms of the mechanics and the fighting, Smash Brothers is the pinnacle of platform fighters. You know what I'm saying? Smash Brothers is it's the best. There's no other platform fighter. It's done everything, you know? It's done everything that it needs to do. It's done, we've had Melee Smash Brothers, we've had Super Smash Brothers Brawl, which was tripping, we had Goofy Smash Brothers, we had not as bad as Smash Brothers Brawl, kind of like Melee, but then more like Brawl Smash Brothers, which is Smash 4, which is a little bit better balance between them. No tripping, ledge trumps, no edge guarding. So taking away some things people think are annoying about Melee, taking things away that people think are annoying about Brawl, and kind of having its own identity. There's Rage. You know, Rage isn't a part of any other Smash Brothers game. So, you know, in my opinion, I just don't see. I don't see any reason to create Smash from scratch anymore. You know, I think this is a good opportunity to make Smash Brothers Melee. This might be a good opportunity to bring Melee back, like Melee HD, like a real hardcore Melee HD, you know, or just a Melee like on the Virtual Console. This is the time to bring that back. I think this is a time to, like I said, a super deluxe version of Smash 4. And Zero will come back. Okay, he's not retired completely because he's only 21 or 22, something like that. He'll come back when the next Smash Brothers comes out. So Zero is not completely done, but you get into the mindset of the people who's accomplished the most. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get into the mindset of alpha male when it comes to, you know, what have you done? Like, the best in the world. Like Sakurai, obviously Zero and Sakurai, they're two different people, but Zero is the best in the world. He's been the best in the world. He's won everything. He's won hundreds of thousands of dollars in Smash 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the best, you know? Sakurai is the best in the world when it comes to platform fighters. He's sold the most. There's no guy higher than Sakurai. Like, both of them stepping away, maybe, potentially both of them stepping away from Smash Brothers. It just seems like it's fitting, you know? It just seems like it's fitting. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. Just let Melee die already. Why does Melee need to die? It doesn't need to die. It doesn't need to die. You've got millions of fans who love Melee. It doesn't need to die at all. keep it here. I think they're you know how many fighting game developers would love to have Melee's fan base? You know how many fighting game developers would be like, man, I wish so many people played Arguing. I guarantee you, like the Guilty Gear creators are like, man, why don't as many people play Guilty Gear as much as Smash? Why can't our game sell as much as Melee and still be popular? You know, like why do we have to continue putting out all these different iterations of Guilty Gear? Why can't someone just play our Guilty Gear over and over? You know what I'm saying? So I think most fighting game developers would love to have the fan base of Melee, to have the passion and the community of Melee. So I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it as a good thing. I mean, there's a lot of people who played Melee and that was their introduction to Nintendo. You know, that was their introduction to different Nintendo characters, and now they're lifelong fans because of Melee. And even still to this day, you have kids. So I mean by kids as in like 16, 17, 18, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds that are just getting into Melee, that are just getting into Nintendo. They played, they grew up with the Xbox 360. And now they're competing in tournaments in Melee. They're like, oh, what's this Nintendo thing? And now I'm watching some people's streams, of a 20-year-old guy. I forgot what his name was, but, he's 20 years old, never played Nintendo systems. But then his friend said, hey, man, I think you might be pretty good at Melee. Like, come to a tournament with us. And he came to a tournament. He started playing, and he's like, oh, I think this game is pretty cool. I think this Nintendo... He never heard of... Like, he never played Nintendo systems. He started playing Melee. He started playing that, got real good. Now he's a tournament player. And now went out there, he bought a Switch. He's playing Mario now, and he's playing Melee. So... in my opinion, that's good. That's good that Melee's still around because you're going to get new people into it. I mean, kids are starting to play Melee, like, especially if you show dexterity with good fighting games, Melee's a great game to play. If you have great hand-eye coordination, then Melee's definitely for you. Like, you can process information fast. Melee's a great game to play. I mean, heck, we've even seen people cross over. Like, for example, Street Fighter. Street Fighter, there was the guy who won the Capcom Cup, Mena. He was a Smash Brothers player. He was a Little Mac player. And then he went over to Street Fighter 5. But a Smash Brothers player, a guy who played Smash Brothers competitively in tournaments, actually won Capcom Cup for Street Fighter 5. So, in my opinion, it's a good thing. It's nothing but a good thing that Melee's still around, in my opinion. Let's see. You guys have any other questions here? I know I know it may seem archaic, but I want to see Smash in the style of 64. What do you mean in the style of 64? Because Smash Brothers 64, that game's just broken outright. Like, like that game's just like kind of like what do you mean? Because like Smash 64. I mean, it's just it's all about edge guarding and just trapping the person off the ledge. Like, it's just, I mean, there's some combos, but there's very few characters that you can use. There's very few stages that are even legal. Counter picking is almost a non-factor in Smash 64. So what do you? I don't get what you mean by in the same vein as Smash 64. Smash 64 is it's the basics of Smash. And there's nothing that Smash 64 does that why would you want to go back to Smash 64? I don't get it. I mean, is Melee really that influential? Melee is extremely influential. Yes, Melee is extremely, extremely influential. It's a very good game. It's a very, very, very good game. Competitively, the fact that you can have a game at this point, which is Melee came out in 2001? Melee came out? The fact that this game, Melee, came out in 2001 and it's still being played today, how can you sit here and say that it's not influential? It's still being played competitively today. You want to know the games that came out in 2001? Nobody's playing any of the games that came out in 2001 competitively anymore. I mean, for the most part, nobody's playing any game that came out in 2001 competitively. So yeah, man. The Legend of Switch says, what game were you most excited about in yesterday's Direct? I would probably say it's a tie, but The World Ends With You and Kirby. Like, yesterday's Direct got me really excited about Kirby. Kirby looked really good. And if you look at the graphics comparison, Kirby got a major graphics boost. They've got a major color graphics, just depth, vision, like field of view, like everything was just like the ambience, so like the glow. Look at the before and after. Look at the first trailers of Kirby, then look at the latest trailer of Kirby. Kirby looks so much better on there. And it's not even about better graphics, it's about more vibrant. It's about more, colorful. Like just it just pops out on the screen. Like it's going to look beautiful on your screen running at 1080p 60. Like it's just going to look gorgeous. I love the color palette. So it's not so dried out in terms of the colors. It looks amazing. It looks better than Mario Odyssey in my opinion. But obviously it's a 2D platform. It's a 2D side scroller action game. So of course it's going to, run at better resolution and everything. But like it just pops out. Like so Kirby's got me really excited. And also to the game that I can play with my daughter. I've been trying to look for games that I can play with my daughter. This Lego games suck. Like those games aren't good to play with kids. Because you never know, I never know what to do. Like with the Lego games, I get stuck all the time. They're so dumb. Like you wander around aimlessly for hours in Lego games. I hate them. I'll never play. I tried to play the Lego Marvel game with my daughter, but it's stupid. It's stupid. So yeah, Kirby. I'm gonna play Kirby instead with my daughter. So that's the game. Me and my daughter. I showed my daughter the trailer for Kirby, and she got excited. She's like, Dada, when's this game coming out? Dada, when's? She kept on saying, Dada, this game, I want to play. I'm like, okay, it's coming out. I'm like, baby, it's coming out in like 2 months. Like, you're gonna have to wait a little bit. 2 months? 2 months? So she says tomorrow? She's like, she's super hyped for Kirby. So I should have probably waited to show her the trailer. So she's hyped as heck for Kirby. So that's the game that I'm really excited about because I can finally bond with my daughter, kind of like playing games because she hasn't really been playing much lately. We've been playing Super Mario 3D World, but we beat the crap out of Super Mario 3D World. Last year we played Super Mario 3D World so much. And like Fast RMX, she likes that game, but haven't really been playing that game much. So Kirby is the game that we're targeting next for me and my daughter to play. So I'm looking forward to that. Really looking forward to Kirby. Because I like the multiplayer, then like the colors, everything just looks so good with Kirby. And yeah, I really want to I want to play some more games with my daughter. And Lego Marvel didn't work out, man. It didn't work out for me. Do you think that we'll talk about the paid subscription online? Do you think when Nintendo? Yeah, they'll talk about it at some point. Tanner Flory says opinion on pricing ports. DKC or 20 DKC which weren't 60 when they first released, but maybe on the Switch. Well, I don't think they're 60. I don't know. We don't know for sure if they're 60. We need to wait and see. A lot of games get priced at just as placeholders, and like the real price comes out, or they get adjusted. But if it was 60, 20 is worth 60. 20 was on the DS. So of course DS games, they're not in HD. There's no extra content added in for the original DS release. So if it's 60, I'll pay 60 for 20. Now in DKC Tropical Freeze, yeah, that game was in HD. That game was already on the Wii U. So if that game is 60, then yeah, I wouldn't necessarily buy it. I would wait for a price drop, or I would wait till you can get a better deal on that game. But 20, that's a DS game, and that's also going from DS to going to Switch. You have to completely remake the game, or maybe they're taking the iOS version. Porting that over. But from the looks of it, the game is cleaner. I mean, it looks like it's even upgraded over the iOS version. So I don't know what engine they're running, but in terms of content-wise, and they're adding in a new chapter, I would say 20 is worth $60, but DKC Tropical Freeze isn't. But 20 is definitely worth $60, and most people didn't play 20. Obviously, most people didn't play 20. That game was not a massive seller. So a lot of people didn't play, and I guarantee you people didn't play it on like iPhone. Like, you don't want to play 20 on an iPhone, or you don't want to play 20 on an Android. It sucks on there. I download it. It's trash. I remember downloading it and then deleting it. 20 is trash on the iOS. I don't think it's good at all. So I think that's worth, and 20 is The World Ends With You Guys, for those who don't know the abbreviation. So that's worth 60, but DKC Tropical Freeze, no, that's not worth 60. But for those who haven't played it, and maybe for those, who want to play the game portably, it might be worth 60 to them. Because if you want to play Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii, and you want to play Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D on the 3DS, you're paying, that game at the time that it was released, as far as Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D, that game was $40. That was a full price, or it was on $29 or $30. It was either $29.99 or it was $39.99. And then the Wii version was still like $40 or $50. So you were paying $80 plus to play those games, to play it on the TV and also portably, and not in HD, or you play one of them in 3D. So if you look at it that way, and Tropical Freeze comes out, you get a portable version of Tropical Freeze in addition to a home console version that's not tethered to a TV like the Wii U version. So for some people, it's going to be worth it because they can take Tropical Freeze anywhere that they want, and they added in Funky Kong, or whatever, if you want to call that DLC. So some people might say, oh, maybe that's $9.99 DLC that they added in, even though it's just Funky Kong, it's just one character. So, and they added in like a new like easy mode or whatever. So if that's for you, so there are improvements over it. It's probably gonna be running in 1080p, you know. So you get a graphics boost, you get stuff. So I mean, is that worth the extra like the $50 price? You know, like or the $10 price, like what they added on there because it was $50 when it came out on the Wii U. Probably not. But let me see the price on it right now. So right now it's pretty cheap. I mean, you can get it for as low as $24 at Walmart. So it's pretty cheap on the Wii U. So if it's 60, then yeah, that's definitely more. But I mean, which one would you rather play it on, Wii U or Switch? But yeah, that would definitely be a little bit overpriced. Let's check out The World Ends With You. The World Ends With You, its value is actually, its value is just as high. The World Ends With You is $23 on the DS. So, in my opinion, an HD version of The World Ends With You with a new scenario added in and all of the content that that game gives you on the Nintendo Switch, where you can play it on your TV and on the go, that's absolutely 100% worth $60. 100%. That's just my opinion. Any other questions, guys? Donkey Kong Country definitely, Tropical Freeze definitely broke 1 million on the Wii U. It actually did break 1 million. I think it's like last time Nintendo put on the reports, it sold like 1.3 million. I had The World Ends With You on the DS, but it got stolen. All my DS games got stolen. All my DS, PS2, GameCube, when I was in college, all of them got stolen. A lot of my Xbox 360 games, a lot of my PS3 games, a lot of my Wii games, all of them got stolen. So I was pissed. Laurie Wendell Ford says, do you think they will put Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword on the Switch? I think I already answered. Did I answer Skyward Sword? No, I don't think it was Skyward Sword. Twilight Princess, no, I don't think either one of them. No, I don't think either one of those are coming. If you guys ask questions, go ahead and re-put them in there, because there's a lot of questions that I didn't get to, and if you guys can re-put them in there, that would be great. And also, if we can get to 270 likes, that would also be great. So can we get to 270? Or no, not 270. Can we get to 300 likes though? Can we get to 300? I think we can get to 300 by the end of this live stream. I'll keep streaming if we can get to 300. Yeah. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze definitely broke 1 million. Hey, OJ, do you think we'll have to wait till E3 to see a full direct? No. I think we'll get a direct in May or so. Stolen? Yeah. All of my, they, like, bolted open my window. Like, they pried it open when I was in college at Fresno State. This is like 2009. They pried open my window. They went into there. They took all of my sunglasses. They took they stole my Xbox 360. They stole all of my games. I had all my my whole library. They stole all of my games. And yeah, then they went into my roommate's room. They stole their TV and all of their games. And they went into my other roommate's room. They stole all of their games. So all of us got we all had long libraries of games too. All of our games got jacked, like all of them. Also, my friend Andre, who wasn't living with us at the time, but he was living back home where he was from, but he was a roommate with us when he was in college. Like the first year that I went to Fresno State in 2007, he was in college in his dorm, and he had all of his PlayStation 2 games and all of his PS1 games. He had all those games at his sister's house, and those got stolen too. So all of us got our games jacked at one point when we were in college. So yeah, that sucks. Shinobu says, "Parsons, are we doing Splatfest tomorrow for PE night? If I can, I'll try, guys. I'll try, but it just depends. This week I might need to rest a little bit. It's been a stressful week, guys. It's been a long week, so maybe we'll see. Yeah, my sunglasses. I used to work at Sunglass Hut, so I had a lot of designer sunglasses like Prada. I had a $600 pair of Chanel's that I got for free, because if you work at Sunglass Hut, you get a pair of sunglasses for free every year that you work there. You can pick any pair that you want. So me and my friend, we worked there for multiple years, and we would always drive to Los Angeles, and we didn't even care if they were ugly on us. We would just get the biggest most expensive pair of sunglasses that we could find. Like we would just get the most expensive pair. And like I went there and I saw these like $750 Chanel's, and I was like, I want those. they're like, boo! I was like, I want those. So I got a $750 pair of Chanel's. I also got it was like a $500 pair of Pradas that I got stolen for my second year there, and then I had a bunch of like $200 Pradas, like, you know, like the thinner, you know, covered shades. All those got stolen too. So I had like it was like near like $1,500 worth of sunglasses stolen. So yeah, I was kind of upset at that too. But you know, whatever. Hey, Seuss is back. What up, dude? Shout outs, man. Still waiting on the Octopath release date. Yeah, man, we gotta wait on that Octopath. Do you think K on Nintendo says, do you think that Final Fantasy VII Remake will be a PS5 launch game? No, I think it'll come out for the PS. I mean, it could be a dual release, yeah. It could be a dual release, or it could be. I think it'll come out on PS4 though. I think it'll come out on PS4 first, I think, or it could be a dual release game. You might be right about that. Chats episodes OJ, does no full/big direct mean that all big titles are coming in the second half of 2018? I don't believe it. I would say that yeah. I would actually say yes, that most of like if what you consider big. I mean, I consider Dark Souls big. I consider I consider some of the games that were released that they talked about that were coming in this half bigger. I think Kirby's a big game. Based on what I saw, I think Kirby's a pretty big game, but that's just me. But yeah, I actually think that. I think that Nintendo focused on content that was coming out soon, and I think that most of the bigger, or like Smash Brothers, Animal Crossing, whatever else, you know, Metroid, I think that's definitely going to come in like summer and on. Because if you look at it, what Nintendo did last year, Nintendo actually did the same thing, with the exception of Legend of Zelda. Everything else was either a port or it was you know, we didn't get really the bigger games until the second half of 2017. I mean, we got ARMS, but ARMS was in June. You guys have to remember, ARMS was in June. Remember, and pretty much after Mario Kart, which is a port though, and we're getting way more ports than we got last year at the beginning of the year. We're getting way more. We're getting Donkey Kong, Hyrule Warriors, Bayonetta 2. We're getting 3 ports from the Wii U, whereas last year we only got 1 port from the Wii U in terms of from Nintendo. After the launch of the system. So we're getting a lot more, and we're getting Payday. We're just getting more games in general than we got last year. But yeah, I think definitely Nintendo's going to do third party. They're going to try to highlight Dark Souls. They want people to buy Dark Souls. So they're not going to release like Smash Brothers or something like that, or some big game in the same month as Dark Souls. They're not going to do that. Nintendo obviously wants to give third parties some room to sell their games. I mean, that's been clear from November. Nintendo didn't launch a first-party game in November. Nintendo published Skyrim, and they also published Doom. At least in the US they did. But Nintendo wants to give these games room to sell. That's the reason why Mario Odyssey was October. That's the reason why Fire Emblem Warriors was October, because Nintendo wants to give these third parties room to sell. December there was a number of games, like Resident Evil was late November, December. Give that some time to sell. So I think with this first half, Nintendo is definitely giving third parties some room to sell their games. I think we're going to see increased, obviously, independent support. Look at Super Meat Boy. Super Meat Boy is doing extremely well. If Nintendo launches a game in January, is Super Meat Boy going to do as well? Probably not. You know, Nintendo's giving room for Celeste to launch in January, so all that stuff's important. So I don't think we're going to see like some type of big game, like, you know, launched right next to Dark Souls and other games, because May has a number of games. We already have like Donkey Kong is coming out in May, and also Dark Souls is coming out in May. So is Nintendo going to launch another big game in May? April, what's coming out in April? I think like Hyrule Warriors or something like that. I don't know. It's spring, so there's some games that are just spring. So I mean, like, I just don't think Nintendo's going to launch a bunch of big games in the first half of the year. I think they're just going to launch a bunch of games that people didn't play, a lot of games that people didn't play, and that's going to drive sales, because obviously a lot of people didn't buy Wii U. So for a lot of people, and I'm telling you this right now, I'm telling you guys this right now, and a lot of us were Wii U owners, or we played the Wii U, okay? There are millions and millions of gamers who have a Switch that didn't play the Wii U and are like, yes, I'm buying Hyrule Warriors, I'm buying Donkey Kong, I'm buying Bayonetta. These are all system sellers for a lot of people, okay? There's a lot of people out there that are like, yo, I get to play all of the best all the best Wii U games and also Dark Souls and stuff like this, I'm gonna buy a Switch, you know. So while everyone like the, you know, a lot of people that are commenting bought the Wii U online, like a lot of rage from people who bought it, there are, like I said, I guarantee you when these games come out, they're gonna sell like crazy and people are gonna be like, oh, well, why are people buying ports? And it's like, dude, because everyone didn't freaking buy it. It's like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. People complaining. You got people out here saying silly things, saying, oh, why are they bringing out Mario Kart 8, you know, Deluxe? Why are they bringing that out? It's already on the Wii U. Mario Kart sold 8 million copies on the Wii U. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has already sold past 5 million copies. So literally, it's going to outsell the Wii U version of it probably this year. By the end of the year, that game's going to outsell the Wii U version of the game. So, yeah. So there's a lot of people who didn't buy it on the Wii U, and there's a lot of people who bought it but want to play the deluxe version that has all the DLC, and all these games have all the DLC. All of these games run better. All of these games have added content. So for a lot of people, it's system sellers. I watched. You guys will see. You guys will see. When May rolls out and Nintendo wins an NPD or continues to dominate Japan or continues to sell really well, you're going to be like, well, what's driving the sales? There's no Smash Brothers or there's no whatever. And I'm like, well, what's driving sales is these games that a lot of these people didn't play. So like I said, for Wii U owners, it's like, okay, I already bought this, you know, maybe I'm not going to buy it again. But Wii U's the worst selling main Nintendo home console of all time. So these will be system sellers. You guys will see. You guys will see. This is where the portability factor comes in as well. Because you can't play these games for real portably. You can play them half kind of portably with the Wii U. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want Tropical Freeze on the go. Because Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D sold really well. Okay, Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D sold really well on the 3DS, even though the game was already on the Wii. The Wii version sold more, but the 3DS version also sold really well. Just so people can play it on the go. Just so people can play it on the go. People rebought it. People bought it on there. You know, so a lot of people are underestimating those two factors right there when it comes to Hyrule Warriors. Like Hyrule Warriors, you get all the DLC, you get everything on there, and you can take that game anywhere you want. With the Wii U, we had to buy the 3DS version just to get all the content on there. You know what I'm saying? As far as all the stuff that was on there. Now you get everything built into one package. That's a system seller for a lot of Zelda fans. I think a lot of Zelda fans might be like, okay, I'm going to pick the system up. I'm going to get Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I'm going to get Hyrule Warriors. Those are going to be my games. You know what I'm saying? So you guys will see. It's going to be pretty apparent that Nintendo made the right decision. Shout outs to Reggie Fils-Aimé with the $5 donation through Super Chat. It says, hi there. Rumor has it I'm still looking for my Nintendo 3DS from a few directs ago. Nice, Reggie. Thanks for the donation. I do appreciate that. Reggie, my boy, is here, though. Thank you. I do appreciate the donation, Reggie. Ian says, I'm a Wii U owner, and I'm still buying a lot of the ports, too. Yeah, I mean, I own... And the thing about it is that people try to sit here and try to like put Nintendo fans into this bracket or something like that. Okay, I'm a big Nintendo fan, right? You guys all know that I love Nintendo. But I mean, I have an Xbox One, I have a PlayStation 4. I'm not fans of Sony and Microsoft anymore because they don't make the games that I want. But your boy still buys games. I mean, like, okay, here, this is a port. This is something that I already played. Oh, I played it again. I played this game on PC. I beat this game on PC. Bought it on the PS4. It's the definitive edition. Has all the content. Okay, I'll play it again. I'll play the new content that I didn't play on the PC. Oh, this game. I played a little bit of this game on the PSP. Oh, PS4 has all the content. It says DLC missions. They have the illustrations. There's a new whatever mode. Whatever. Okay. I'll buy Gravity Rush again. There's new content in here. Final Fantasy. 10 and 10-2. I played these games back when they came out. Pretty good. Bought it again. There's some extra content they added in. HD visuals. Why not? Final Fantasy. This one never came over to the States, but there was fan translation patches. But it's a port. It's a port. Has all the DLC, has all the extra content, and HD visuals. Bought it. This game, I played back on the PS2. Bought it again. Extra content, DLC, whatever. You know, visuals better. HD visuals. Bought it again. I played this game back on PC. I actually beat this game when my daughter was born. Like, I beat this game like the first day that it came out. I beat it when my daughter was born, when I was staying awake because she was crying and waking up in the hospital. I remember playing this game on my laptop in the hospital, but they added in the Reaper of Souls, and you also get the original Diablo 3 game. It was $20, $27, $30. I bought it. Support. And not only that, but this game, this was already ported to the Xbox 360 and the PS3, and then they ported the same game over to the PS4 and the Xbox One. So it was a port of a port of a port. So there was already this game on the PS3 and 360, and then the next year they released it on the PS4 and Xbox One. I bought it, and but I had the game on PC because I did have the game on PC first. Resident Evil Revelations 2. This game originally came out, you know what I'm saying? PS3, Xbox 360. It was on PS3, Xbox 360. It was on all that. I bought it, and no, I bought it again on the Wii. I bought it again on the Switch. So yeah, I bought it again. So yeah, port. Borderlands port. I already played Borderlands. I played both of them. I played all of them. Handsome Jack Collection, all of them. I played it. Bought it again. All the DLC, everything's in here. Bought it again. So people try to sit here and try to bracket Nintendo fans into this group or category. Why are you guys buying old games? Oh, you guys don't get excited. Look at all these games here. People were excited when these games came out on PS4 and Xbox One. You know, like, people bought those games too. I'm not the only one. Am I the only one who bought all those games? No. Some of those games sold over 1 million units on PS4 and Xbox One. And if you combine them, some of them sold over 2 million units. So I'm not the only one buying ports. Nintendo fans aren't the only ones buying ports. Because I know I'm not the only one who bought those games on the PS4 and Xbox One. So, I mean, I don't really see the issue here, to be honest. Like, I don't really see the issue here. No, I didn't name. I didn't name my daughter Diablo 3. Oh, because I'm in the hospital there. Yeah. No, I didn't name her Diablo 3. Her name was there before before my girlfriend went to the hospital. She already had her name picked out. So yeah, man. All right, man. Take it easy, M. Williams. Take it easy. I did make a video about the ports that the PS4 and Xbox One had. I actually did make a video about that. I think you can actually watch it. I've actually made multiple videos about the ports that PS4 and Xbox One had, and I just have a small sample size of ports that those two systems had. Let me look just so maybe I can give you guys a link to that. Yeah, I actually made a discussion video about a year ago where I talked about the amount of ports that could come to the Nintendo Switch. So you guys can check out that video. And I think that you guys can look at that video. So just type in ports and like if you scroll down a little bit, and you'll see that my video that I did on that. So yeah, I've talked about ports before. You know, and I'm fine with that, but you know, it's like whatever, you know. Trying to look through. Yeah, I've made multiple videos. I've made multiple videos on the whole port type of deal. Question. So yeah, guys, go and get some questions in. What time are we at? Yeah, we're barely at 2 hours, guys. So I'm gonna answer questions for quite a bit more time. I want to make sure we have a good Q&A section. Marshall Hill says PlayerEssence Splatfest. Yeah, like I said, if I'm not like too tired, guys, we'll do Splatfest. But this week has just been really rough. I've probably spent about 50 to 60 hours editing this week, and that's just editing. You know, that doesn't count shooting the picture, doesn't count, you know, tags, social media. I've probably worked around 80 to 90 hours this week. From Monday to Friday, I've probably worked around 80 to 90 hours, guys. So I'm a little tired. So I'll have videos for you guys this weekend, but like I said, I can't guarantee like time, because usually I have times like 4 a.m., 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 or 5 p.m. Those are usually my schedule, 4 videos a day, or a live stream around that time after the 2 p.m. video. Weekends, I just do 3 videos or 2 to 3 videos on the weekends at any time. You know, it doesn't matter, but you guys will get 2 to 3 videos on the weekends. So yeah, usually the weekends is my time to recover and recharge and get ready. So I don't know if I'll be doing a Splatfest. So, and if I do a Splatfest, it'll be like no camera. It'll just be like me playing. It might not even be voice chat. I might not hook up everything just because I'm really tired. I need to just relax a little bit this week. This week was really tough because of the Nintendo Direct. The Nintendo Direct, you know, and just all the stuff there. So I don't think there's too many ports on the Nintendo Switch. I don't think so. I don't really think so at all. There's actually more ports on the PS4 and Xbox One. Those actually got more ports in the first year than the Nintendo Switch is getting. So no, I actually don't think that. And on top of that, I think that the ports are actually a good thing because nobody bought the Wii U. So part of the reason why the Switch is selling so well is because of the ports. So basically saying that, oh, I think there's too many ports on the Switch, that's a silly thing. And that means you probably, it's just silly to say that. And the reason why I think it's silly is because of the sales of the Wii U. Because the Wii U sold so bad that a lot of people didn't play these games on the Wii U. And when you bring them over to the Switch, you have the portability factor that's added into there. So I don't feel that they have too many ports on the Switch. I think they should bring more ports to the Switch. I think they should bring over almost the whole library to the Switch. The Wii U is a dead system. Nobody's going to go back and collect the Wii U. I mean, you still got some people that are retro collectors that will get it. But the Wii U is not going to be a system that so many people go back and play all the games and want to play it because of the bulky controller, because of many of the issues with the system. They're not going to do it. Put it on a system that's future-proof. Put it on a system that people are actually going to play, 5, 6, 7 years from now. People are still going to be playing Switch. People are still going to be playing Switch because it's portable. That's the reason why. Because it's portable, you can take it anywhere that you want. People are still playing 3DS. People are 5. What is it? How many years has it been? We're on 7 years of 3DS. People are still playing 3DS. Okay, people are still playing 3DS, and it's been 6 to 7 years, and people are still playing 3DS. So Switch is going to be the same thing. People are still going to be playing Switch in 5, 6 years plus. So put it on a system that people are actually going to play. Make money on that. Don't let it rot. Don't let it rot on the Wii U. I mean, it doesn't make sense to leave all those games on Wii U. Why? Why? What possible sense does it make to leave it on a system that sold 13 million units worldwide? Why? Like, I hear people complaining about it. Then I say, okay, well, if you're a president of Nintendo, or if you've never played these games, why would you keep these on Wii U? And nobody has an answer for me. Like when people say, oh, there's too many ports, and I say, well, okay, well, if you were running Nintendo, would you port the games? Everyone says, yeah, I'd port them. But I'm like, okay, so then why are you saying that there's too many? Oh, well, there's too many. I'm like, okay, well, are there new games to play on the Switch? Yeah, there's new games to play on the Switch. I'm like, okay, so if you have new games to play on the Switch, and you agree that it's a good idea to port these games over to the Nintendo Switch, you agree that on the Wii U, they're pretty much dead and the system failed, and the Switch is going to be more popular, why are you saying there's too many ports? And that's the thing that I run into, that everyone who says that there's too many ports, they have no good reason for them not to be there. So if anybody can give me a good reason for these ports that are clearly being outsourced to other companies to port them, okay? If anybody has a good reason for them not to be there, let me know. Let me know. Rigo Lemus says, OJ, what Naruto games do you want to see on the Switch? Clash of Ninja would be great. I think it's ripe. It's time to bring back Clash of Ninja if they can. So yeah, I think it's time to do that. So Clash of Ninja would be my number one. Partyman says, people complain about too many ports on the Switch, but PS4 and Xbox One had ports to come out for the first couple years. Yeah, people complained back then too, but people need to understand that, like, the PS4 and Xbox One, it was even in a worse. It's even a weirder situation because PS3 and Xbox 360 sold a lot. People bought Borderlands. Like, people bought Borderlands on the PS3 and 360. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like it was a flop on the PS3 and 360. It was really popular, and it sold millions upon millions upon millions of copies on the PS3 and 360, and it still came out on here. I mean, pretty much every port that's coming over, at least with this year, every port that's coming over was an underachiever on the Wii U. Like, every single port. DKC Tropical Freeze should have sold more. Hyrule Warriors should have sold more. Bayonetta should have sold more. All of these games should have sold more. So I can see, I mean, even if you go to Mario Kart should have sold more on the Wii U. The only reason why Mario Kart sold 8 million copies is because it's on the Wii U. If the Wii U sold 20 million, let's say the Wii U sold 20 million or 30 million like the GameCube or the N64, Mario Kart would have sold 13, 14 million? You know what I'm saying? Like, Mario Kart 8 would have sold 13 to 14 million. So Nintendo lost money because of the Wii U. Nintendo literally lost money because of the Wii U. So in my opinion, why let that go to waste? You've got a great game. You've got a high quality game. Bring that over. I mean, like they ported over the Handsome Jack, like, what was it? The Borderlands, the pre-sequel. Okay, Borderlands, the pre-sequel wasn't even that good. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even that good. They're bringing over games that aren't even that good. I mean, I know Dr. Trey said like Deadpool got a port or a remaster. Like Deadpool wasn't even that good. I mean, like what else? This game wasn't even. I mean, it's okay, but it's not even that good. They're bringing over games that aren't even that good or they brought over games that aren't even that good to the PS4 and Xbox One. All of these games that are coming over to the Nintendo Switch are highly acclaimed, fantastic ports, like fantastic Wii U games that didn't get the opportunity to shine. Like every single port so far from the Wii U has been a high quality game, has been a very high quality game, every single one. So it makes no sense to leave them on Wii U. It makes zero sense. The only reason not to port games to the Switch if it held up development on new games, but it doesn't, so who cares? Exactly, fills out the lineup. Exactly. It doesn't. It doesn't hold up. Just like ports don't hold up development, like ports don't hold up development on new games on like for PS4 and Xbox One for the most part, because most ports are outsourced. Like most ports are outsourced to, you know, like for example, like Final Fantasy 12, that game was a port on the PS4. Final Fantasy 12 wasn't made by freaking this Final Fantasy 7 remake team or like Final Fantasy 15 team. That was made by Virtuos. That was made by a port studio. You know, like Doom isn't holding back Bethesda to make a new Doom. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that at all. So you know, it is what it is. People have their opinions and stuff. So yeah, man. What Suda 51 games do you want to see on the Switch? I want to see No More Heroes, and we're getting that, so. Marco Hawthorne says, fingers crossed for Wonderful 101 port. Yeah, that's another game that probably could have done better if it wasn't on the... I mean, there was lots of issues with the Wonderful 101. I love it because the innovation shines. I gave it a really good score because I love the game. I think it's unique. I think it's great. Like, especially after you... Like, the end game is amazing. After you beat the game, like, the replay value is absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, I love the game, but I know some people... you know, didn't like it as much. But I think that Wonderful 101 could do well on the Switch. I think it really can. No, Tropical Freeze isn't being ported by Retro. No, not being ported by Retro. Yeah, we're 2 likes from 300. Let's go ahead and let's see if we can get to 300, guys. Oh, a like disappeared. Here, I'll put my own like. So we're 2 likes from 300. See if we can get there. Click with me, brothers. Brutus. Tanner Flory says, would you recommend picking up Dragon's Quest Builders or waiting for Dragon Quest Builders 2? That's an interesting question. Dragon Quest Builders is really good. If you like Minecraft style of games, and if you know that you'll beat the game, if you know that you will play Dragon Quest Builders and you will beat it and you'll have fun and you'll get your money's worth before Dragon Quest Builders 2 comes out at the end of the year, then I would say buy it. Now, if you're a procrastinator and play games and wait and don't beat games like soon after you get them or in a timely fashion, I would say no, wait for Dragon Quest Builders 2. But if you play games and you beat them in a timely fashion or you play them enough, then I'd say yes, because you don't want to waste your money. You don't want to buy the game and then you barely play it, and then Dragon Quest Builders 2, then you buy that game and then one of them doesn't get beat, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe you're waiting to beat Dragon Quest Builders 1, then Dragon Quest Builders 2 is out. So there's always that weird factor, you know, as far as things go. So if you're efficient at your games, I would say, yeah, go ahead and get it. Or if you don't have to buy the game when it launches day one, then just buy it. Just buy Dragon Quest Builders 1. And if you can wait to play Dragon Quest Builders 2, you don't have to buy it day one. You can buy it later if you want to. So then I would just say do that. Some people wait, you know. I don't buy PS4 and Xbox One games day one. What game is it? At least I don't buy them day one anymore. I mean, I waited. I really wanted this game when it launched. Like, I really wanted it last year when it launched. I said, no, I'll wait. I said, I'll wait just a little bit. You know, I'll wait just a little bit. And I waited. And because I waited, and you know what? I've had the focus all jacked up for this whole stream. It's been fuzzing in and out with the autofocus. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, I won't do that anymore, but I'm already 2 hours plus into the stream. But yeah, I played this. I mean, I waited. I waited so long, even though I wanted this game so bad when it launched. Because this game, I think it came out was it 2017? Does anybody know when that game came out? When did this game come out? I know I waited a while. Yeah. Yeah, it came out 2017. Came out 2017. July or June-ish. Summer 2017. So I waited. I didn't buy it day one. I waited, I waited, and I waited. And then I waited so long to the point to where I got it for $11. $11 I waited for this game. 11 smackaroos that I waited for this. So for me, sometimes it's wait. Sometimes you need to wait. You don't need to buy Dragon Quest Builders 2 when it launches. Buy Dragon Quest Builders 1, play the game, play the game, play the game. You might find a discount. Maybe in 2019, there's a discount for the game. Then you play Dragon Quest Builders 2. So just play Dragon Quest Builders 1. Play 1. See how you like that one, you know? Gabby Choopy says, PlayerEssence, do you think Paladins or Overwatch will come? Also, is the Ringway app coming? I don't know about Ringway. We'll have to wait and see. They featured Ringway in their promotional video, so I think it might come. Paladins, yes, I think Paladins is coming because there's a lot of evidence. I think there's more than enough evidence that Paladins is coming. Overwatch, no, because the developers are being bums. But we'll have to wait and see on Overwatch. Maximus says, wait, no, never mind. Proof that movies are a scam. Absolutely proof that movies are a scam, Og. All right, take it easy, Og. I always at least try to beat my games, then replay any other ones. Yeah, that's true. Try to beat you save money that way. I've saved a ton of money. You know, I unplugged my PS4. I unplugged my PS4 onto my Xbox One. I don't have those plugged in. I stopped buying so many games on PS4 and Xbox One, and I started waiting. I unplugged both my PS4 and Xbox One, and I saved like $500, $600 this past year for 2017 compared to 2016. 2016, in terms of electricity bill, in terms of just me spending money on games, I literally saved. I saved nearly $1,000. Unplugging my PS4 and Xbox One and not buying so many freaking games when they launch, and I saved so much money. Don't do it's a waste of money. First of all, PS4 and Xbox One, they draw so much voltage. You know what I'm saying? The Xbox One X, or not Xbox One S and PS Slim, the PS4 Slim, those are a little bit better, but they're power sinks, man. Like they wreck your electricity bill, by the way, guys. So like, just be wary about that. If you pay for like PG&E bill or electricity bill, you know, I know some of you guys got solar or whatever, you know, but be careful about that, because people want to talk about hidden costs for the Nintendo Switch as far as SD cards and stuff. You want to know the hidden cost for keeping a PS4 plugged in all year round? You want to know that hidden cost? You want to know the hidden cost of an Xbox One being plugged in? We're talking hundreds of dollars here compared to like a Switch. A Switch is going to cost you like $15 or something like that. It uses such a low amount of power. Wii U too. They use such low voltage. So if you unplug those systems and if you wait before you buy the games, don't buy the games day one. Wait like 3-4 months and get them for $30. You might save thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? I know I saved almost $1,000. So yeah, man. My number one third-party game this year would be Dragon Ball FighterZ. Yep, Dragon Ball FighterZ. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. I did not know that, OJ. Wow. Yeah, there's actually a report, you know, a report that came out about the hidden cost of PS3 and Xbox 360. And that's transferred over to the PS4 and Xbox One. You will save a good amount of money. That's definitely a hidden cost. Like leaving a PS4 plugged in all year is a hidden cost, and you will feel it. One of the things that I've been happy about, that my bill this year, my winter bill, has been much cheaper than my winter bill last year. Like my winter bills last year were like $100-something, but my winter bill this year was $66. You know, I was like, whoa, $66 bill for December? Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of difference that you have. You know, that money, buy more food, buy your girlfriend something, buy yourself something, gas money, more games, savings, college fund. You know, maybe you don't have to, if you're in college, you don't have to eat ramen noodles. You can take that girl out, you know, to somewhere nice. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, everyone can save money. You know what I'm saying? Everyone can save money. Even rich people save money. That's why they're rich. So yeah. That's true. Xbox One X does solve a lot of the power drainage issue. You're right. It is small, and Xbox One X is efficient. However, Xbox One X, the power draw varies on games, okay? And sometimes the fan will kick in. You know, when that fan kicks in, it uses more of a power draw too. So while it is efficient, and the Xbox One X I think is just as efficient, if not more. But that's the reason why I got an Xbox One X. Like, my brother bought me an Xbox One, but I wanted to get an Xbox One X because I didn't want the power draw, like when I'm playing games, like I wanted to save some money. So I traded it in and I got an Xbox One S, so I can just save some money on that. But, you know, my brother originally bought me the Xbox, so I still say like my brother bought me the Xbox, you know. Switch is ridiculously more power efficient. We're talking like 15, 20 times more power efficient. It barely uses anything. Like it'll cost you nothing. You can leave it plugged in. It'll cost you nothing on your bill. Heck, I mean, if not only that, but like the dock uses nothing. It really only, like, when you dock it uses the power draw, right? So if you undock it, it's just a dock. There's nothing. So it really uses nothing when it's undocked. So when it's done charging, you can just take it off the dock and you can just leave it there and it's nothing. Whereas like with the PS4 and Xbox One, you have to make sure that you unplug it. Even if you're not using it, you have to make sure that you unplug it in order to save that energy. You know, whereas the Switch is just a dock. You know, there's nothing that happens. There's no circuitry inside there. You know. You said I want Fighter Z. Don't worry, my guy. Fighter Z is probably coming to Switch. Tesla of consoles, yeah, that's true. Because it's a handle. Well, it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid because when you dock it, there's actually it uses the extra power draw. So technically, it's a hybrid because a true handheld. So for example, here's the reason why there's a difference. Like, yes, you can call it a handheld. You know, that's fine. You want to call it a handheld, that's fine. You want to call it a handheld. But the difference between a true handheld and the Switch is that a true handheld, you plug this in, nothing happens other than charging. Nothing changes. Games don't change. Games don't run more efficiently. Nothing changes when you plug this thing in. But with the Switch, things can change. It actually uses the power draw like a console would. A console needs a power draw, right? A console needs a power draw. You play traditionally, you play on your TV. Everything, the Switch turns into a home console when it's docked. It operates like a home console when it's docked. It uses the power draw. You play on your TV. You can only play it on your TV. You can't mess with the Switch while it's docked. You can't play. So it's no longer a handheld. So that's why it's a true hybrid. Whereas like even, let's not even say 3DS. Let's just say PSP. PSP, you can take a PSP. You can hook it up to a TV. Okay, but it's very weird when you hook it up to the TV. And when you plug it in, it doesn't operate any better when it's hooked up to the TV. There's nothing that changes when it's hooked up to the TV. It's not a true hybrid. It's just you hooked it up to a TV. It doesn't make it a hybrid. A hybrid has to operate like a home console. It has to do something of a home console. It needs to act like a home console. There's no power draw or no, even if you plug in, there's no extra exertion of power or anything. I mean, maybe your battery might die a little bit quicker with the PSP, but it's not a true hybrid, even though you can hook it up to a TV. The Switch is a true hybrid because it actually operates exactly like a home console, like any other home console, when it's hooked up to a dock, because it uses that power draw in order to run its games, like whether it needs to run it at a high resolution, whether it needs to run it at a faster clock speed. It changes. Nothing changes in terms of clock speed, in terms of power, in terms of anything. Nothing changes when you plug in true handhelds. You plug this in, nothing changes. You plug in a PSP to a power draw, nothing changes. You plug in a Switch to a power draw, to a dock, things change. So that's the reason why, you know, you can call it a handheld, that's fine, but it's really a hybrid. It really is a hybrid. If you want to talk about it the most efficient way, and that's why Nintendo calls it a home console that you can take on the go, which is a hybrid. A home console that you can take on the go. And the reason why they say it's a home console, first and foremost, because it's most powerful, it's most efficient. You're gonna get the best performance when it's docked. So that's the reason why it's a home console. But then you can take it on the go. So that's that. I mean, I can see their marketing with that, you know. So yeah, take it easy, dude. Can you change Rex's armor in Xenoblade Chronicles 2? What do you mean change Rex's armor? No, you can only add accessories in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. What are some notable games from Falcom? Legend of Heroes, Ease. Those are the two games that they have. Ease and Legend of Heroes. You guys have any more questions? We'll go for about another 15 minutes. So if you guys have any more questions, let me know, please. PSP is garbage? I think so. I thought it was okay system. Yeah, it's a very good point. It's the truth. Alicio Blanco says, I want to see Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet on the Switch. Yeah, that'd be nice. Zema Duvant says, with the amount of good games releasing, do you think any game will hurt sales due to the amount of good games releasing soon due to everyone having limited money? No, I don't think any game is really going to hurt sales. I think all the people who want to buy certain games, because there's such a variety of games, I think that everyone who wants to buy something will buy it. There are people who don't want to buy Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze again. There are people who don't want to buy Hyrule Warriors again. There are people who don't want to buy Bayonetta 2 again. You know, and there's going to be people who want to buy those games again. There's going to be people who want to buy certain games because they're all very different. Really, where you hurt sales is when you release games. Like really like that are the same, that are really close or like right next to each other. That's when you really hurt sales too bad. You know, that's when sales can be hurt. So like for example, if Nintendo said, okay, Final Fantasy, the Zodiac Age is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Oh, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So let's just say Final Fantasy, the Zodiac Age, you know, this game is coming to the Switch, and also Xenoblade Chronicles 3. They're all coming on the same day. That's when they're going to be affected by sales. You're going to have somebody who can't buy both of them at the same day. So they're going to be affected, or sales are going to be delayed. So people are going to have to either wait, or people are going to have to buy one pick between them. So that's really the only way that you affect sales. Now, if you have games that are different, Hyrule Warriors is completely different from Tropical Freeze. Dark Souls is completely different from Donkey Kong. You know, Payday 2 is completely different from SNK. You know, the Tag Team Frenzy. So that's really when you hurt sales. But people who want certain things will get certain things. You know, people who buy everything will buy everything. People who want certain games will buy certain games. So no, I don't see them hurting sales at all. We saw this last year. Nintendo had a lot of games and spaced them out. I mean, we've seen with Pokken Tournament and Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Those two games came out on the same day, and both of them are selling very, very well. You know, so no, I don't think there's really going to be any hurt sales there. Rigo Lemus says, OJ, any ideas for the next Legend of Zelda? I have a lot of ideas, but like I said, that'll probably be like a video. What's the best accessory Nintendo could come up with for the Switch? The best accessories are the Joy-Cons. Just keep selling Joy-Cons. Are you excited for the SNK fighter from NIS? Yeah, if you see my last video, check out my last video. I'm probably going to buy the game or get a review code, one of those two. Probably get a review code because I got a contact with NIS. So yeah, review code for me. Let's see here. I'm half asleep. Oh, half asleep. Sorry, man. Maybe I'll have some background music to wake you guys up because I know it's pretty late here. Or where you're at, it's definitely really late. Historic Duel says, do you think Turok series should be revisited after the crappy 2008 title from Propaganda Games? I think there's a Turok remaster or whatever, or remake on the PC, but I'm not a big fan of Turok. So, I mean, it would be cool if it came over, but I'm not a fan of Turok at all. Deadlock 7 says, PlayerEssence, would it be cool if Nintendo released compilations on cart like it's happening on Street Fighter ECT? Well, yeah, compilations are always good. So yeah, I think that'd be cool. Markel Hawthorne, do you think we will get a sequel for The World Ends With You if Final Remix says well? Yes, absolutely. I think I'm 100% on that one, even though, well, I'd say 99.9%. If The World Ends With You gets a remake, then if it does well, so I'll say this: if The World Ends With You sells 500,000 copies plus, this is just me speculating. Don't take it as fact or anything. This is just pure speculation. This is, heck, if you even want to label it as BS, go ahead and label it as BS because this is pure speculation. If it sells 500,000 copies or more, I think we'll see a sequel. So yeah, but that's just my opinion on the matter. It depends on how much Nintendo and Square Enix invested in it. I don't know what engine. I mean, did they remake the game from scratch? I doubt it. Did they take the iOS version? You know, if they took the iOS version and enhanced it, which a lot of companies do because ARM CPU, it's easy. HD resolution's already on iOS and all that. If they took that version and just put it on the Switch, you know, and enhanced it a bit more, because obviously from when the build of that game, as far as what Android and iOS, what they were using back then, the specs of that is way below the Tegra X1. So if they took that and enhanced it, I don't think this game's gonna have to sell a lot of copies in order for it to be like a massive success. So I would just, like I said, speculation. You can even call it BS if you want to. But yes, I think 500,000 units or more would be very successful. I think Nintendo and Square Enix would look into having exclusive The World Ends With You like sequel, you know. So yes. Shout outs to Riku EXV with the $2 donation. Says music requests. DROEL what DR Drello? Just wondering. Okay, yeah, we can do a music request. So yeah, if music request, if you don't, yeah, if you want to donate, I'll do a music request for that. But let's see. So, okay. So yeah, if you want to donate, I'll do a music request for donations. That's something that I thought about implementing, you know, but you know, I don't know. But since you donated, so yeah. So what's this? Hold up, let me make sure. And let me know if you guys can hear it. But there's a lot of droll. Okay, but which one do you want to see? Like, there's a lot of DROEOLE. There's like, I just searched it on YouTube. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of different stuff. Like, what do you actually want to see from them? What's the name of the song? Okay, top tracks. Will this get me copyrighted? If this will get me, I can't do it if it'll get me copyrighted. Is this copyrighted music? So yeah, I don't know if this is copyrighted music. Okay, so I'm not gonna play copyrighted music. So I can't play copyright. If you guys want to give me music requests, like donations for music requests with like stuff that's not copyrighted, like Nintendo music, most of Nintendo music's not copyrighted, or music from video games. Video game music is not copyrighted. So if you have video game music like requests, then let me know. Anime music, no. Don't give me any anime, like hardcore anime music that has like lyrics. I can't take that. That's going to be copyrighted. But anything like let's say like Fire Emblem Fates, you know, Road, Taken, you know, stuff like that. Like any video game music, usually that stuff isn't copyrighted. So I can do all of that. So, or Earthbound music, I'll do that. But no, I can't do anything that, because like the music that you just linked looks copyrighted as heck. You know what I'm saying? Like it looks like super copyrighted. So I don't want to get my channel striked or anything. So yeah. Omar Lopez says, "Oh my God, I just played the Dragon Quest Builder demo and didn't expect to love a Minecraft-inspired game so much. No wonder you were hyping it up, OJ." Yeah, I mean, I mean, exactly. It's really good. It's like you don't have to like Minecraft to like. I don't like Minecraft, guys. I think Minecraft looks stupid. Like I don't like Minecraft. I realize the effect that Minecraft has. I say that it's good that Minecraft is coming to the system. Minecraft is great. Don't get me wrong. It's great. I want it on the Switch, but I don't like Minecraft. But Dragon Quest Builders is completely different. I love Dragon Quest Builders. It's really good. So yeah. Blaze Blue music is good. Yeah, Blaze Blue music is really good. Mega Geek says, "Do you think Smash Bros. Port on Switch will get new DLC like Pokken?" Yeah, I think they'll get new. Yeah, I think if they're gonna bring it over, there's gonna be new stuff added in. And by the way, the Pokken Tournament DLC is freaking dope. Blastoise, yo, shoutouts. OJ, are you watching any anime that you'd recommend now? No, not really. I've just been watching like stuff like Dragon Ball Super, a little bit of Dragon Ball Super. That's it. Dragon Roost Island. Dragon Roost Island theme is really good. Yeah, Zelda music, all that stuff's really good. OJ, I don't think you should do that, my brother, because I don't want to see you get hit with the copyright strike. Yeah, like the thing about it is, and I said the same thing. Like music requests for video game music, because guys, I use video game music all the time. None of that stuff is copyrighted. Most video game music is not copyrighted. Like you can use all of Nintendo's tracks. You can use all of anything from Sony. Trust me, guys. I do videos all day, and I've used tons of tracks. Most stuff from video games is not copyrighted at all. You're not gonna get hit with any copyrights. You can use Street Fighter. You can use Final Fantasy. You can use none of that stuff is copyrighted, which is really cool that all the video game companies don't copyright music. Even Nintendo. Nintendo doesn't copyright music. Nintendo copyrights sound effects, and Nintendo copyrights visual audio type of thing. So certain sound effects are copyrighted. Certain visual audio, like visual tracks, are copyrighted. But video game music, I can use Splatoon music all day. Although Mario Kart, certain Mario Kart music is copyrighted. So no Mario Kart crap. But all old Mario Kart stuff, so Mario Kart music from like GameCube and all that isn't copyrighted. So I've used like Mario Kart, the Toad's Turnpike. I've used that music. None of that stuff is copyrighted. So all the old stuff is fine. Okay, Riku has a donation with $2 and says Kara Kara Bazaar. Okay. So we'll play that. We'll play some of that then. Let me make sure you guys can hear. So I'll play that in a bit, and you guys can hear, and I'll continue answering questions. So if you guys have any more questions, I'll extend this out since we took some time talking about music and all that. So let's see here. Okay. Okay, can you guys hear that? Drink Sony water. Here we go. Drink Sony tea. I do like this music. Let me know if you guys... Can you guys hear the music? Yes? Is it loud? Okay. This is good. I love this. What a great pick. Thank you so much, Riku, for the idea. So if you guys have it, okay, I'll play this one I'll play this one all the way through. It's 2 minutes. I might play it again because it's only 2 minutes. This is such good music. Guys, let me know if it's too loud. Can you guys still hear my voice and all that? Okay, I'll answer some questions now. It's relaxing. Yeah, it's very relaxing. I love this. Wow, what a great pick, dude. Shoutouts. Everyone give some love to to Riku for the pick, man. Now, you guys need to ask some really thoughtful questions here, okay? So we can pair it up with this music, okay? Ask some really thoughtful. We're gonna replay this one again because it's only 2 minutes long. So we'll replay it again. So ask some good questions here, guys. What will the specs of Fighter Z be on the Switch? Okay, I need to find the extended track. Until someone donates, we'll play this one. Let me find the extended. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Here's an extended track. Okay. Okay. Can I choose some video game music? If only on donations. Only on donations I'll choose video game. Otherwise, we're just gonna have a million people asking for music and I'll never be able to do it all. So right click loop. This one that I picked, it's 15 minutes. So we'll play this for a while. What will be the biggest seller for the Switch this year? We don't know the whole Switch library, but I can probably answer for this year for what we do know. I think the biggest seller is probably going to be either Hyrule Warriors or Kirby. It's going to be one of those two games. One of those two games are going to be the biggest sellers. Hyrule Warriors or Kirby, one of those two. We'll see though. Have I played Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross? What are your thoughts on the possible Chrono Switch? I've played Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross, and my thoughts are, I think that the better that Square Enix's remasters and all that does, the better that those games do, the more of a chance that we can get that. So I think if The World Ends With You does well, Romancing Saga does well, I think Chrono Trigger Switch could be a possibility. Because Square Enix did say that they want to reboot, you know, their IPs and all of that. And guys, is the volume, like, can you guys, is everything good with the volume? Is it too loud? Let me know if the balance is good, because I can turn the volume down a little bit. Hey OJ, the SNES Mario Circuit theme is copyrighted. I got a strike. Had a German gameplay. You didn't get a strike. You got a claim. You got a copyright claim. But SNES or Mario Kart Circuit theme. Is that, yeah, you know, I think that one is, yeah, you're right about that one. That one's copyrighted. But like the most of the 64 music, most of the GameCube music. So yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said all of the music, but I think that one's copyrighted because it's also on the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That one's also on there. So I think that's what's going on there, you know, because that one's also on the newest one. But like if you want Mario Kart music, use Mario Kart 64 if you want Mario Kart music. Hey OJ, the music reminds me of the Sheik's theme a little bit. Okay, yeah, definitely. Husan Al-Hani says, OJ, if you were a developer, what game would you create? I'd make a RPG, like a ATB, probably like ATB, like Chrono Trigger, like a hybrid between ATB and like turn-based, but then also some free movement in there. So it would be a little bit of a mix of that, something like Chrono Trigger, you know, evolvement of Chrono Trigger, almost like Lost Sphere kind of has it right, and like I Am Setsuna, but Lost Sphere kind of has it right, but it would be better than Lost Sphere, or at least my idea would be better than Lost Sphere. But yeah, Chrono Trigger style of game. What will the specs of Dragon Ball FighterZ on the Switch? 720p 60 undocked? That's what I would think. I mean, it would be 720p 60 undocked. Yeah. Umberto says, OJ, do you think Yoshi will come before E3 or after E3? And what do you think E3 will be, because the ports before E3, so new games after? Well, there's new games before. We have SNK, we have what was it, the Lacrimosa of Dana. We have Kirby that's coming out as well. So there's new games before. But I think most of the bigger games are going to be after at E3 or before E3 or, you know, afterwards. But yeah, there's new games and there's ports, guys. And don't be afraid to buy some third-party games. There's good third-party games coming out. Dragon Quest Builders is a fantastic game. Like, go out there and buy it. You know, that's coming out February. That's coming out in less than a month. That game's going to be here. That's a fantastic third-party game. That's as good as some of Nintendo's first-party games. So go out there and buy it. Like, you know, it's a port, but it's essentially a new game when it comes to Nintendo systems. You know, it didn't come out too long ago. So I would just say buy the games that are here, and the games are good. Like, we're getting PS4 ports, you know, so we're getting third-party support. People cried about third-party all day. I think it's time to kind of put up or shut up when it comes to it, you know. So yeah. Do I like Scribblenauts? No, I don't like Scribblenauts at all. Hey LJ, do you think Xenoblade Chronicles X will be ported to the Switch this year? No, I don't think so. LJ, do you think Yoshi will? Okay, I already answered that. And no, Yoshi. In terms of Yoshi, I think Yoshi will come out summer or after E3. I'm waiting for and Kudu says I'm waiting for Tokyo Mirage Sessions and Xenoblade Chronicles exports, my dudes. I might have to wait for those ones. Might not come out at all. Chris 2 says, do you think Nintendo could make a new IP that is as big as Mario or Zelda? Yeah, because they've done it before. In terms of like new IPs, Nintendo made Wii Sports that was as big as Mario or Zelda, if not bigger. Wii Sports Resort was as big as Mario or Zelda. In terms of this generation, I haven't seen anything yet, but they have the right system to do it. So yeah, Animal Crossing is as big as Mario and Zelda, but obviously that's older. That was 64/GameCube days. But yeah, we'll see. But they can definitely do it. I don't think there's any reason why they couldn't. OJ, what do you prefer, Chrono Trigger or Chrono Cross? I'm one of the few who prefers Cross. I prefer Chrono Trigger, but Chrono Cross, I can understand if people can, like Chrono Cross. Shoutouts to a Talkie teacher with a donation, a $10 donation. Says, here's a donation to my ninja Rigo for the timestamps on all the videos you make. OJ, will the PS5 be out 2020? Yeah, I think the PS5 will be out 2020. So yes. And yeah, shout outs to Ninja Rigo as well for that. Thank you, Otaki. I do appreciate that. Everyone give a big shout outs and some ninja signs. I need to do a hand sign for an emote. That's the next emote. The next emote is a hand sign. Shout outs to Mataki for the $10 donation. He's already an elite ninja. He's by the Hokage's desk. My guy's been here. He's also a mod as well. So thank you, Ataki. I do appreciate the $10 donation. NX Revolution donated $5 and says, "What's this whole thing with Falcom? Missed it." Okay, I'll talk about it. Basically, Falcom. To make a long story short, we roasted Falcom tonight, and the reason why we roasted Falcom is that Falcom has been so apprehensive and begrudgingly wanting to accept Nintendo in the video game industry that would be a good fit for their games. Even though one of their games that they've worked on, which is Ys 8, Lacrimosa of Dana, is coming to the Switch, and the Falcom president doesn't seem too excited that it's coming to the Switch. He doesn't seem like he wants to continue to sell this game and work there. He seems like he wants to pander to Sony. He wants to pander to the PlayStation 4. Even though a lot of his base of people who buy his games have been portable and want a system to play his games portable, Nintendo Switch is the perfect system for that, because before he used to release games on PS3, the same game on PS3 and also PS Vita. You know, this time with his last game, The Legend of Heroes, he decided to only release on PS4. and it sold half as much as it sold beforehand. And even with those sales results selling half as much, he still panders to PlayStation 4. Instead of, he's so stubborn, he's not realizing that the base of his fans want to play the game portably. Like, that's the reason why the PS Vita versions have sold more than the console versions. He's being ridiculously stubborn. So that's the reason why we roasted Falcom, because he's not being a good president. He's pandering, and he's trying to get, I think, personally, and once again, this is speculation. You can even call this BS. Heck, I'll call it. This might be complete BS, okay? Because this is all speculation on my part. But I think he's pandering to Sony in order to get an exclusive deal for Legend of Heroes, so he doesn't have to pay for anything. I think that he's pandering to them because he wants a better partner. He doesn't want to work with NIS. He wants to work with Sony because he knows Sony can offer them more money, than what NIS can offer, than what other companies can offer. So I think he's honestly trying to pander to get an exclusive deal for PlayStation going forward. We've seen it with other Japanese companies. We've seen Sony throw money to make certain games, even if it's a multi-plat. We've seen them, they threw money to make Street Fighter exclusive, which probably costed them a lot of money. They threw money to make Resident Evil into a VR game, because I don't think Resident Evil was going to be a VR game. So I honestly feel that the Falcom president is trying to pander to get Legend of Heroes 4 or Legend of Heroes 5 or whatever exclusive and first party, published by Sony. That's what I think he's doing. Why else would you be like? There's no other Japanese company that's talking the way that he's talking about Nintendo. There's not a single Japanese company that's talking like that. Literally every single, from indie developer to Platinum Games, which is also an indie developer, to Koei Tecmo, to Square Enix, to Capcom, everyone is talking positively about the Switch, except for him. The only one. If anybody else can find anything, let me know. But NIS, small companies, big companies, everyone's talking positive. He hasn't said a good thing about Nintendo. He's given half-hearted compliments, backhanded. Oh, well, the Nintendo Switch, it's a good Nintendo-like device. Oh, it's a good device, period. What do you mean it's a good Nintendo-like device? What does that mean? Is a PS4 a good Sony-like device? He's pandering. He's been pandering. He's pandering all summer. My guy, it doesn't even take sales. Most people would be like, okay, after the half of sales, you'd be like, okay, let's get our games out on another system, because obviously PS4 isn't the super duper hardcore machine that you're making it out to be, for your games. People want to play portably in Japan. So usually sales will slap somebody around really quickly, but that still hasn't deterred him from pandering. That still hasn't deterred him from backhanding, downplaying the Switch and downplaying even his own games that are coming to Switch. He's just being a douchebag. If you want me to be honest about it, he's just, I know what he's trying. It's clearly obvious what he's trying to do here. Why work hard and get games out on multiple systems and take the risk when Sony could potentially pay for everything for you if you pander and kiss butt enough, So that's what's going on. But like I said, that's speculation on my part. That's even BS on my part. If you guys can sit here and say, OJ, you're BSing, that's fine. You can. I have no problem with people telling me that, but that's what I think. That's just what I think, and I'm looking up from the evidence. The evidence is clear. Not a single Japanese company that's talking the way that this guy's talking. You talk to every Japanese company, everyone says, yo, man, we want to work with the Switch. It's looking good. The sales are good. Bandai Namco's like, yeah, it's good. Let's bring Dark Souls. Let's bring One Piece, Academia or whatever, Academia or whatever the case is. Let's bring our games. Maybe we don't get everything. Maybe we're not getting everything from these companies, but they're not pandering. They're not downplaying the Switch. And then even this, and even when he was asked about the sales, he's like, oh yeah, it's selling, but then he'll bring up his stupid story, that he always brings up. Let's talk about this just a little bit, because I didn't bring this up last time. He's always talking about when we moved from PC to console gaming, we really wanted to make sure that we went with what PC gamers wanted, and PC gamers like high-spec devices, so we went with PlayStation. So that's the reason why we're PlayStation. He keeps on telling that same dumb, stupid story that nobody cares about. Nobody cares that you went from PC to console gaming, okay? Nobody cares that you did that. No, nobody cares. And no, times change. PC gamers like to play games portably too, okay? There are PC gamers out there that will buy a Switch as a companion device. There are tech heads out there that like the Switch too, because as a portable device, if you're gonna use it for that, it's very good. So get the heck out of here, man. So that's the reason why. That's the reason why we roasted Falcom to a crisp, because my guy, I mean, it's pretty obvious what you're doing here, Mr. Falcom, you know, but whatever. When Ease 8 comes out and it sells good, let's see all the damage control that he can do for his own. He's gonna damage control his own game. My guy is going to damage control or downplay his own game. I guarantee you, if Ease 8 is a success on the Switch, watch him downplay the sales. Watch him, he'll do it. I guarantee you he'll do it. I guarantee you he'll downplay how good the sales are. Flip999 with the $10 donation says, here's some of my money since Falcom doesn't want it. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. If you have a song request, Flip, let me know. Also Itaki or NX, if you guys have sound requests, let me know since you guys donated. Let me know and I'll change the song here. But how many minutes are we into this? We're about, oh my gosh, 13 minutes into it. So yeah, if any of you three have song requests, let me know. That are not copyrighted. Kuro Tengetsu 91 says Persona 5 Golden on the Switch. Yeah, I mean that would be good. I would like it. I've talked about the potential of that happening, but we don't know the particulars of the deal between Sony and Atlas for Persona 5 exclusivity. So we don't know how long that lasts. If it's a 2-year deal, a 1-year deal, you know. So that's what it's really going to. What it's really going to be based on. But yes, I would absolutely love Persona 5 Golden on the Switch. I think that would have the chance to actually sell more than Persona 5 on the PS4. If it did come out, because you'll get Nintendo fans buying it, and I think honestly you'll get hardcore Persona fans who already bought the game. If they don't have a Switch, they'll buy the game and play it on Switch, because anybody who's played Persona knows that it's a better game played portably. Can we be real here, guys? Let's just be real here. Persona is a better game played portably. It doesn't use enough buttons. It's not active enough for it to be a game to sit down in a chair and directly look at a screen. You can be the laziest bum and play Persona just chilling, like lying down on the sofa. And the Shin Megami Tensei 5 guy, the guy who's making Shin Megami Tensei 5, actually said the same thing. He's like, yeah, we're making it on the Switch because we want people just to be able to play comfortably. Persona 5 and Shin Megami Tensei, they have the same premise in their gameplay. They're both turn-based, slower end games as far as how you play. There's no active time battle system. There's no they have like lengthy things like demon infusion. There's all sorts of stuff that you can do passively. Both games, Persona 5 and Shin Megami Tensei, are passive games, okay? They're not action RPGs like Lacrimosa of Dana or something like that, like Ease 8, or, you know, so they can be played very passively. So Persona 5 would easily be a better portable game, a game that to be played portably. In my opinion, it would be better played portably. So I think most people can agree upon that. So if they were able to put a game out on the Switch, I think people who already bought the game on PS4 would, and if they don't have a Switch, they would buy a Switch to get the game, just so they can play it without having to like look at a TV. There's no reason to do that with Persona. And like when you go on dates and stuff like that, why? Like, you guys don't want to know how if you've watched my live streams before, I've said this before, but you guys want to know how I played Persona 5 literally, like for like a good 60 hours. I played Persona 5 lying down on the ground here with a bunch of pillows and just playing like this, like lying down on the ground and playing, looking at my TV. Because it got so like why sit up in this chair and play it that way, you know? It made no sense. So I would lie down on the ground and play Persona 5. So, and I get like a bunch of blankets. Me and my daughter would sometimes watch too. She'd be in here and she'd be playing her DS or whatever, and we would both lie down on the ground, and I just play Persona 5 on the ground with a bunch of pillows behind my head. So yeah, it makes sense to bring it over. But yeah, agreed. Persona's best played portable, absolutely. Persona 4 Golden was amazing. That game was it's better than the PS2 version easily. Not only because of the added content, but because you can play it on the PS Vita lying down. El Chupacabra says, you spent like a third of the game just talking with NPCs and doing typical high school stuff. Exactly. You're right. 33% of the game more is just pressing the X button, talking with people. There's no need to be hyped up in a chair, you know? I mean, I agree. Hey OJ, L Quantum or Quantum L says, "Hey OJ, do you think we'll get Xenoblade Chronicles X and Captain Toad Treasure Tracker be ported next year?" Captain Toad, I think, will be ported. Xenoblade Chronicles X, I don't think so. Ataki says, "How about something from Smash Bros, OJ?" Okay. Something from Smash Brothers. So let's do. I don't know. Fountain of Dreams. Okay, so there we go. Thanks to Taki for the recommendation. So we got Fountain of Dreams from Super Smash Bros. Melee. Okay. We have another donation through Kudo Tengetsu 91 says, donated 2,000 to Super Chat and says, "Is Xenoblade Chronicles 2 worth it? Never played the series before." I don't... Kudo, have you been watching my videos on Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Absolutely, it's worth it. It's one of the best games ever made, in my opinion. It's easily one of the top... It's one of my top 20 games ever made. It's very good. So yeah, definitely. Buy it. OJ, why do you think that Bandai Namco didn't port .hack GU last recode? Because I think that the game was already done before the Switch really had to where they can really get it out. I think that we could potentially get it later. If you've asked a question, please retype it again. Please retype it again. And we are actually 4 likes away from 350. So if we can get to 350 likes, that'd be great. But thank you for the donation, Kudo. I do appreciate that. OJ, what do you think the final name for Project Octopath Traveler will be? Also, Falcom bum mindset makes EA's Switch support look good. Your apps, Fire Blast Blow, that Fire Blast Bow. That is a very good, very good deduction. Yes, EA. It does make EA look good. And as far as Project Octopath Traveler, I think it'll be called Project Octopath Fantasy. That's my final take on it. Project Octopath Fantasy. Octopath Fantasy. Project Octopath Fantasy. Fantasy's Octopath. Project Octopath Default. Octopath Bravely. Octopath Adventurer. Octopath Adventure. Octopath Adventure. Trying to go with the music. Octopath Adventure, not so good. Octopath Fantasy, maybe a little bit better. Octopath Traveler, Fantasy, not so good at all. Octopath Traveler, I don't know. Who knows? Octopath Voyager. Wasn't that the leak name that somebody said that it was? Next, you should play the Code Veronica save room. I'll only do it, like I said, donations, I'll only do it on that. Otherwise, we'll just have a bunch of people just saying, play this, play this, play this, play this, play this. Xenoblade Chronicles music next. Like I said, if anybody that's donated already, if they want to request that, I'll only do it for those people. Hey man, good to see you. Good to see you, Dinobu. What up, Dinobu? Shoutouts, man. Octopath Voyager. Octopath Traveler. Octopath? Hello, OJ. How you doing? Sorry for the tag tweet. No, it's all good, Liquid Metal. It's all good. I thought it was funny. I just thought it was funny that you tagged them. I was like, yikes! Don't tag them. I thought it was funny. OJ, do you think since Capcom might surprise Nintendo fans by doing a random day to announce Monster Hunter World coming to the system, to reveal a Monster Hunter game coming to the Switch with Monster Hunter World mechanics, I think we're gonna get a Monster Hunter like portable type of game. I think we're gonna get like something in the same vein as that. Not like it's a portable, like it's a smaller game, but just a different game outside of Monster Hunter World. I think Monster Hunter World is for PS4 and Xbox One. It's built for PS4 and Xbox One. And I think Monster Hunter, whatever they do for the Switch, is going to be built for the Switch. That's what I think. Why does Atlas make so many of their games exclusive? I think Atlas likes to focus on certain hardware with their budgets. They just like the budget for one hardware. And they like to supply games for different hardwares just with that single budget. So I think it's more of a budgeting than it is like they want to have perceived bias or anything like that, you know? Octopath was Funky Kong? Absolutely. Octopath Odyssey? Doesn't sound too bad. Wind might get copyrighted, so I don't know about. I don't know about Naruto music. I can play Naruto music from video games. So if you guys want me to play Naruto music from video games, like Clash of Ninja Revolution or any of the video games, I can play any Naruto music from video games, except for Naruto: The Broken Bond. I can't play any music from there because they have licensed music. So any licensed music from Naruto, it's gonna get copyrighted. So I can't do that. Although I love the Naruto licensed music, it's really good. Hey OJ, do you think we'll get a remaster? So Reggie, I know you donated already, Reggie. So Reggie, if you want to request a different song, and make sure you just tag me with it if you want to request a different song for the people who've donated. If the Switch gets Call of Duty, that will easily sell 10 million units. What will easily sell? The Switch or Call of Duty? I mean, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, I don't know where the Call of Duty fan base is at, when it comes to things. So the music just ran out. So if somebody that's already donated, if you guys want to request another track, let me know. Music request. Chrono Cross, Dream of the Shore. Another word. Okay. Chrono Cross. Okay. Dream of the Shore. Okay. So let me put that in. You guys are extending the live stream by this. So thank you to everyone. Like per one donation, I'll do one song per donation. Okay. Okay. Alright, yeah, I like this song. It's good. It's a good song. It makes me want to continue answering you guys' questions, the music. Jerry on XP, do you think Nintendo would revive Afro Samurai 2 like they did Bayonetta? Well, Afro Samurai, well, their situations are different. Like, Bayonetta was brought back because it was going to die. Afro Samurai 2, I don't know, that's licensed. That's an anime, right? So that's licensed. There's a whole different, type of deal that works with that. So I don't know if they're in the same boat. So I mean, I don't think Nintendo's gonna touch anime, like stuff like that. So I don't think so. OJ, which would you like most, Naruto, Tyson, or Storm? Tyson. Clash of Ninja. Gekido Ninja Tyson or Clash of Ninja. Yeah, I like Clash of Ninja. 100% Clash of Ninja. Hey OJ, do you think we'll get a remaster of Star Fox Zero? No, I don't think we'll get a remaster of Star Fox Zero. I think we might get a remaster of a different Star Fox game, maybe like Assault or something, but not Zero. Trying to go through these here, guys, because we have a lot of different stuff coming in through. Octopath Chronicles. That's not a bad name. Monster Hunter Stories 2. I mean, people wouldn't be. I think people would be split on that because Monster Hunter Stories is very good, and I would love Monster Hunter Stories 1 and a new Monster Hunter Stories on the Switch. If they said that's the Monster Hunter that we're getting, I'd be completely down with that because I like Monster Hunter Stories more than I like Monster Hunter like itself. But I know that people like Monster Hunter more than Monster Hunter Stories. But I would be fine with that, but a lot of people would not be fine with that. They would want their Monster Hunter game. But if we got both, that would be the best. If we got a brand new Monster Hunter game, and if we got Monster Hunter Stories, that would be ideal. Chrono Cross music isn't copyrighted. This music isn't copyrighted, and if it is, so what? I mean, whatever. If it does get copyrighted, so what? Whatever, We'll replay it because it's only 2 minutes, so we'll replay that one more time. Hey OJ, do you think Shadow of Eternals is the spiritual successor to Eternal Darkness will be completed and released on the Switch? I'm gonna have to say no on that one until we see some more. Okay, Kudo Tengetsu 91 with the donation says request Gaitsen Toshi asterisk waiting for the rain. Okay, Kudo, is that what is that from? If it looks copyrighted, then I can't do it if it's copyrighted. Like I don't want it because if it's anime, then it might be striked, So I mean, anime. If it's from an anime, it could be striked. If it's from a video game. Let me know what that's from. Is it from an anime or is it from a video game? I would like to hear Chrono Trigger Quarters of Time. Much respect to Kudo for the second donation. Shoutouts, yeah, shoutouts to them. It's anime. Okay. Yikes, Kudo. I don't know if I can do that one, dude, because that's gonna get me a strike or a copyright. Because it looks like it's from like an actual anime. Like, that's why I said I wanted to let you guys know, like, video game music would be ideal. Video game music. Nothing copyrighted from anime, but, like, pure video game music. Composed by video game, like, composers. Like, not anime. Like, not like anime, like, for example, like, Naruto, you know, hero comes back or whatever. Like, everybody stand up. You know, I can't play that because that's, like, that's gonna get copyright and potentially even striked. Okay? So, I can't play anything. So, sorry about that. If you have a different one, don't donate again. Just tell me what you want, and I'll do a different one. You know. Let me answer some more questions. So Joe Munger, OJ, what do you think about Ubisoft's remastered Assassin's Creed Road without a Switch version? I could not care less about a Switch version of Assassin's Creed. They're not going to bring over Assassin's Creed. They're not going to bring that game over. So I don't care about Assassin's Creed Rogue. Isn't very good either. So Assassin's Creed isn't very good, but Assassin's Creed isn't coming to the Switch anytime soon. Because Ubisoft has other plans for the Switch. They're making more of like the Ubisoft, like Rayman, you know, that style of game, Monopoly, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. They're putting out, I mean, we could get South Park. So they're doing more of the animation style games, things like that. Assassin's Creed just didn't do well on the Wii U, so I don't see them bringing that over until the Switch has a good amount of units in. But, I mean, to be honest, screw Assassin's Creed Rogue. That game sucks, and Assassin's Creed franchise is kind of trash. But that's just my opinion. If you like Assassin's Creed, buy a PS. If you like Assassin's Creed, buy an Xbox One X and have at it. If you love Assassin's Creed, buy an Xbox One X and have at it, because you're gonna have a lot of fun on there. If you're a big Assassin's Creed fan, Assassin's Creed Origins on the Xbox One X is very impressive. The graphics, the frame rate, the pace of it, the resolution, the details, muy bueno on the Xbox One X. So if you like Assassin's Creed, Switch isn't the system for you. I don't think that's really. I think we might miss Assassin's Creed completely on the Switch. It might never come to the Switch, just because the Wii U sales were dismal, just dismal on the Wii U. So yeah. OJ, have you ever heard of the Battlestar Galactica Deadlock game that came out for the PS4 last month? No, I've never heard about it. Hey OJ, do you think a new dynamic Pilot Wings would be made for the Switch and be fun to play? Yeah, I think Pilot Wings could come back in some form. I love your Nintendo news. Keep up the great work. Shoutouts, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Booty Creed. Could always do Sins of Father from Metal Gear Solid 5. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Metal Gear Solid 5. Does it have lyrics? I should have said every single video game track. If it does, nothing with lyrics. Nothing with too many lyrics, too, guys. I think if Sins of the Father has lyrics, then, I mean, I'm comfortable with more Nintendo music, guys, because I've used a ton of Nintendo music or like fighting game music. So I'm comfortable with like that style of music. Like, I'm not comfortable with anything with lyrics, okay? So if it has lyrics in it, I'm not comfortable with that. So if you could pick something else, Kudo, that would be great. This is a last gen game that could have come over. Yeah, I mean, it's just the dismal sales. I mean, they brought over Assassin's Creed to the Wii U, and both of them like flip it flopped. You know, both of them flopped uncontrollably on the Wii U. So I don't see them bringing it over. PlayerEssence, do you think Ubisoft will bring over Good and Evil 2, Beyond Good and Evil? Maybe. It's a chance, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe another 3D Rayman game. Yeah, that'd be good. I think that'd be good. Assassin's Creed 4 was amazing on the Wii U. Yeah, it was better than Assassin's Creed 3. It's just, I personally don't like the games, and I just think that they just flop so bad. Like, obviously, Ubisoft doesn't want to bring Assassin's Creed to the Switch. They don't want to. I think more fans would be hyped for a new Rayman for the Switch, actually. Tokyo Mirage Sessions. No, Tokyo Mirage Sessions is not out. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, I know for a fact that Tokyo Mirage Sessions has no copyrighted music. So Tokyo Mirage Sessions, we can do that. And even if we do Tokyo Mirage Sessions, we can do instrumentals for Tokyo Mirage Sessions. So yeah, if you guys want to do Tokyo Mirage Sessions, that's fine. Just give me a Tokyo Mirage Sessions song and I'll find the instrumental for it. So no, Tokyo Mirage Sessions is actually good. Squampy, Guile's theme from Street Fighter. Well, anybody who's donated, or well, we already had people who donated, but if you want to donate, and I'll do a song request from there. Otherwise, we're just gonna get flooded with a bunch of different song requests. So yeah. So anybody who, if you want to donate and I'll do a song request, we can do it then. Kudo, I'm still waiting on Kudo's, what Kudo wants to do. So Kudo, if you have a different song, let me know, Kudo. Not Tidu says, not the port bag, but what are the chances you think Bandai Namco announces Dragon Ball Fighter Z for the Switch before or during E3? Very high. Very, very, very high. Itaki teacher says, oh, yikes, I don't want to answer that question, but you donated, so I'm going to. And you're an elite ninja, so I have to answer this question. OJ, is Spawnwave damaging the credibility of Spawncast by having SMD on still? No, he's not. No, he's not. It's always good if you're gonna have. There's nothing wrong with having credible, or not credible, having controversial people on your show. There's nothing wrong with that. And John has a great relationship with most content creators, and his channel is doing really good. So no, I don't think that it's damaging the credibility because of that. Because he has it on once a week, and you know it's just someone else's opinion, right? It's just someone else's opinion. So everyone's gonna have their own opinion. You know, Dave's gonna think what he thinks, whether he's wrong or right. You know. Some people are just willing to call him out on it. Some people aren't. You know, like if I see something that, you know, if Dave says is wrong or is misinformation, I'll make sure to call it out for that, because the last thing that I want are people coming to me, because we share a lot of the same fan base. A lot of the people, the last thing that I want is people coming to me and saying, hey, well, Dave said this. What do you think? You know what I'm saying? I just put it out on Twitter. If he says something that I agree with, it's like, cool, I agree with it. You know, if he says something that's blatantly wrong, I'll make sure to say, yo, Dave, like, bro, like, that's not right. Like, what you said was wrong. So that's really just comes down to that, you know. But no, I don't think it's damaging Spawn's credibility at all. His subs are going up. He's going to hit 100,000 this year. Plus, probably might even hit 200,000 this year. You know, you never know. So, yeah, he has a good chance of hitting 200,000 subscribers this year if he, you know, busts it. So yeah. So, no, not damaging his credibility at all. Not 0%. Grubby Kane donated $5 and says, what's up, my ninjas? Who's your favorite character in the Naruto series? And can you play the opening theme for Chrono Trigger? The opening theme. Oh, the main theme for Chrono Trigger. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I can play that. And my favorite character from Naruto, the fourth Hokage, and Minato. Minato is my favorite character from Naruto. Minato, and I'd probably say like a close second is like Sage Mode, particularly Sage Mode Naruto. Not unlocked Super Nine Tails Naruto, not beginning Naruto, not early Naruto, but particularly Sage Mode Naruto. That one in general. Sage Mode Naruto, the fourth Hokage, Puppet Master dude, Kankuro, or whatever his name is, Kunkuro. Like, I like him. Kisame. But yeah, the fourth Hokage is my absolute favorite character in Naruto. I just don't like the way that it pisses me off the way that when they brought him back from, you know, when they reincarnated him, I hated how like one of his arms got knocked off. Like, I just thought that was just disrespectful. But yeah, outside of that, then whatever, you know. I really hate that. Like, I really hate that like one of his arms got knocked off and he had no arm for like the whole, like when he came back reincarnated. Like that really pissed me off. Like, if you want to get me on a tangent, talk about what happened to the fourth Hokage at the end of Naruto Shippuden. I really hated that. Like, that really pissed me off because like he looked like such a bum. Like, they made him seem so weak. Like, like, they made him seem so trash. Like, when he came back, I hated it. I really hate that. But anyway, opening theme from Chrono Trigger. Before I start going off on a Naruto fourth Hokage tangent here. All right, and I'll get to more questions soon, guys. We're going on 3 hours here, so I'm gonna wrap it up, but wrap it up pretty soon here. But we got some more questions and a couple more donations and songs that I have to go through. Grubby Kane. So let's see. Opening Chrono Trigger. Opening theme. Okay, here we go. So play this for about 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Alright, and then NX Revolution with the $3 donation says Xenoblade 1 main theme. Also about Escapist 2. Love it. Absolutely. Escapist 2 is very good. Alright, so let's answer some more questions. Last surprise. Kudo. Okay, we'll get that in too. We'll get all those last song requests in too. Shout out to the donation again. You didn't have to donate again, Kudo, but thank you. I do appreciate that. Okay. Well, Dave's intro is from Xenosaga, so yeah, it's an awesome intro. Boruto's grandfather? Yeah, Boruto's grandfather, exactly, yeah. Shoutouts to Hackma for the subscription. Thank you so much, homie. Welcome to the village. Everyone in the chat, please make Hackma feel very welcome. Did you attempt to do a video without OJ to test your copyright theory? No, I haven't done it, but I'm going to do it soon. I'm still hungry. I'm actually not hungry. I ate too much earlier, so I'm not hungry. And I still gotta go to the gym tonight too. After I edit it, I'm gonna edit a video, then I'm gonna go to the gym. Or I'm gonna go to the gym, then I'm gonna come back and edit a video. One of those two. Shoutouts to Aiden Sukra for the subscription as well. Thank you so much, Aiden. I do appreciate that. Everyone, please welcome this man to the village. OJ, do you have custom Joy-Con shells? If so, does it affect the HD Rumble? I don't have custom Joy-Con shells, but if I did it, I mean, I think it maybe, but I don't think so because the motors are on the inside, so I don't think so. Unless the shells were bigger, that's the only way that it can affect it. If it was the same dimensions and size for the most part and material, then it won't affect it at all. But if it's custom, then yeah, it might affect it. So yeah. Shoutouts to Jay T-shirt for the subscription. Thank you so much, homie. Welcome to the village. Everyone, please welcome Jay T-shirt to the village here. Yeah, the Chrono Trigger music's amazing. All right, so NX Revolution also had a donation too, and he said he wants the Xenoblade 1 main theme. So let's go ahead and get that main theme going for you. Thank you for the donation, the $3 donation, dude. I appreciate that. Probably have to make this standard at the end of every single PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo. We'll do requests. Okay. Alright, here we go. So we have, this is the Xenoblade Chronicles, the original Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii. It's also on the new Nintendo 3DS. This is the main theme from Xenoblade Chronicles. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Oh man, this is good music. Ask me some good questions here, guys. And just to let you guys, I just want a confirmation you guys can hear it, right? Just so somebody can, just one person tell me if you guys can hear it good. If it sounds good, let me know. NX Revolution says Naruto is the greatest anime of all time. No one will ever change my mind. I don't get into anime discussions, like debates of which is the greatest, but I mean, I agree with you. I think it's one of the greatest, if not the greatest anime of all time. Like to me, there's a pinnacle. There's the Jordans of anime, as in like to me the greatest of all time, and I think that like Naruto, Dragon Ball Super can get there maybe one of these days, but just Dragon Ball in general, Naruto, and Yu Yu Hakusho. Like those are the three that I think that are like the best in my opinion. But there's so many more that you can put into there. Some people think Bleach, some people think there's all sorts of anime, you know, that people really love. I mean, there's Gundam, you know, there's Rurouni Kenshin, there's Tenchi Muyo, there's Gundam, just Mobile Suit Gundam. Is there a donating contest going on? I can't think of anything else to ask. I love the song though. Thanks, OJ. No, there's not a donating contest. It's not a contest. It's just if you want a song request. That's it. I don't want to do a donating contest. I don't want to do that, guys. That's weird. Just song request. That's it. OJ is generally pretty loud. Okay. Okay, I think that should be better. If not, I'll talk a little bit louder too. I'll put up the volume on the mic. Guys, let's not get into arguments about animes, okay, guys? This is why I don't like to get into it. Because everyone has a different opinion. So, no arguments about animes. No arguments about animes, guys. Come on. Just don't be ridiculous. Everyone's gonna have a different opinion of what's better. People are gonna say Naruto sucks. People are gonna say Dragon Ball sucks. People are gonna say just relax, guys. This is the reason why I don't get into it. This is exactly the reason why I don't get into it. Because people just have way too many. People get too crazy about this stuff. It's anime. Who cares? You know. NX Revolution says, OJ, the next big third-party game announced for the Switch. I would think just based off of what we've heard, I think just the rumors South Park, you know. The song gives me the goosebumps. I love the music for this franchise. Yeah, you guys have great taste in music, by the way. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Man, when I get time, maybe one of these days. When I retire from like YouTube and all this stuff, and like this channel is long somebody else's, maybe someday I give it to my protege or something like that, if I ever have one, or if I ever have like anyone that wants this channel or someone that I can entrust, or if YouTube is even around, whenever I do retire. Hopefully, I don't plan on quitting anytime soon. One of these days I'll just catch up on everything, or I'll make a separate channel when I'm old, just like catch it up on watch an old man watch anime or react to anime. That's what will be my channel will be called that. Watch an old man watch anime that he should have watched 40 years ago. That will literally be my channel. Will be watch an old dude watch anime or react to anime. Oh, hey, okay, Grubby. I know you were just joking. But I don't want people to think that I'm trying to do that though. I know you were just joking. I just have to make sure that I'm clear. That's all. That's all. Quantum EL says, OJ, do you think I'll replay? Do we have any more song requests? Oh no, that was the last song request from there. Oh no, actually no, last surprise, Persona 5. Never mind. So this one's from Kudo, and he has one more here, and he says Persona 5 last surprise. So yeah, so this is Persona 5 last surprise. And we're gonna play it here. Oh, this is really good. I love this song. I didn't know the name of it. This is the battle theme, the earliest battle theme that you had. Reminds me of No More Heroes a little bit. No More Heroes 2, the main theme in that game. Like the lady singing. This will go. No, don't you know my art? It has the lyrics on here. I don't want to sing it though. It's too fast, and I don't know it. One of these days we'll do karaoke. Song's awesome. Imagine this on the Switch. Yo. Imagine this on the Switch and just having your headphones plugged in and just battle. Oh my god! This song just made me want this game on the Switch so bad right now. I always talk about not pork begging, but dang it! Persona 5 is such a good fit for the Switch! Oh my god, it's so good. It makes me want to play this game right now. Is the music in The World Ends With You any good? Yeah, the music in The World Ends With You is really good. Isn't Persona 5 a paid exclusive for the PS4? It is. But we don't know if it's timed or not. That's the only thing that we don't know. It is El Chupacabra. This track is too smooth. It's freaking amazing. You don't need, hey, bro, Sombrero Mario, you don't need to donate, bro. The fact that you're watching, watch my videos and don't use ad block. If you can't donate, watch my videos and don't use ad block. Muy bueno. You don't have to donate actually your money. Like I seriously, like if you watch, here's the thing, guys. If you watch all my videos and don't use ad block, that is, dude, that is almost as good as that's like almost as good as a donation. As like if you watch all my videos every single day, you watch my videos and you don't use ad block, that's like as good as a $5 donation a week. You know what I'm saying? Like that's so cool. Like if you guys do that. So if you can't donate, that's fine. Just watch my. I'm first of all, I'm happy that you're here. Okay, that you take the time out of your day to even spend time on me. You don't have to. You could be playing video games, or you might be playing Switch right now. I don't know. You could be hanging out with your friends. You could be doing anything else. There are a million YouTubers. There are a million YouTubers you can watch. The fact that you're watching my videos, you know, is enough for me. You don't have to donate. Donate just helps out a little bit more. But like I said, don't use ad block and watch my videos. And that's fine too. That's good. All the support is cool. So not a problem at all. Don't feel bad, man. Do not feel bad. I have YouTube Red by force. YouTube Red does help out everyone. Not me as much as other people, but YouTube Red does help out everyone on YouTube. So what can you say? I only have Nokodas here says I've literally only have managed 20 hours in Zero Dawn because the Switch still have yet to beat it. Yeah, that's true. Grubby K9, if you're still here, dude, if you have another song request, you can let me know, because you did do another donation. So if you have another song request, let me know. Thank you, Rigo. I do appreciate that, Rigo Lemus. We need Mario Tennis for an esport. We'll see, man. So hyped for the 20 port. Okay, Kudo with another $2 donation. Thank you, Kudo. And he says, last request, Jet Set Radio future concept of love. Okay, no problem. No problem at all. We'll do that. Thank you so much, everyone in the shoutouts. Thank you so much to Kudo, man. He's really stepping up here. So thank you, Kudo. I do appreciate that. Alright, so this is Jet Set Radio Future Concept of Love. Alright. Shout outs to Kudo for the request. Okay. Oh, I like this song. I like this song. Kudo does have good taste. A little bit more upbeat than what we've been listening to. I mean, the Persona 5 track was upbeat, but we had a couple slower songs. Got some good stuff here. Alright, time for a dank PE session. Shoutouts. Dude, I have Persona 5, but I haven't finished it. Switch has taken over my life. Yeah, man. Switch is just so much more convenient. Persona 5 on the Switch would be a dream. Dude, I want to be in a battle for this music. Yeah, man. It's good music. Oh, Mr. Scary. Oh, yeah, Mr. Scary would get flagged. I want to see Jet Set Radio come back, man. That'd be great. I want to see it come back. It'd be great. All right, guys. So we'll finish off this song, and then we're gonna finish it up, guys. I'll wrap it up. We got about 2 more minutes of this song. If you have any more questions, I'll answer questions for the rest of this song. And then I really got to go to the gym tonight. So any questions? Fantasy Thinker fan, will you start getting guests on this again, OJ? I'm probably gonna make a new podcast, and I'll get guests on that one. But this podcast, I think PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo is just me acting stupid and me really interacting with the fans, and I think you guys like that. You know, so I'm definitely going to keep PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo me complete interaction with the fans, because you guys deserve it. I don't think there's anybody that does a complete interaction with the fans podcast, at least as far as in the Nintendo community that I know of. People just kind of like sit there and ask a couple questions here and there, but I have complete interaction with you guys. So I want to keep it that way. I think PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo is built for that. And I'll probably make a new podcast where I have guests on. But when I have guests on, I can't be as dumb. I can't go off topic, and I can't answer anywhere near as many questions. And I can't focus, and I can't have 3 hours. I can't extend podcasts because PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo is supposed to only be 2 hours long. I can't extend podcasts by an hour and a half. Okay. So there's a lot of things that I can do by myself that I can't do with other people. So I'll probably have to create a whole new podcast with other people on. But yeah, I'm definitely going to do that though, because I know some of you guys want a podcast with other people's opinions and stuff like that. But this is focused on, this is a podcast for you guys. This is a celebration of what you guys want to talk about, you know, so yeah. Lots of fun, OJ. Pleasure as always, everyone. Take it easy, dude. OJ is training to destroy the Tobys. I am. OJ, will you go off topic with guests all the time? I do, but nowhere near as much as I go off topic by myself here. Like, trust me, nowhere near as much. Like, I go hardcore off topic. Yeah, like I said, this is a 2-hour show. No, this is actually an hour and a half show that sometimes gets extended to 2 hours. We've been going for 3 hours and 24 minutes. Okay, Sabbath. This is the last one, guys. Last one. Sabbath with the $5 donation says the Mega Man X intro stage. Okay. We'll do that one there, Sabbath. Thank you for the $5 donation. I do appreciate that through Super Chat. So yeah, Mega Man X. We'll do that one. So I'll answer questions, and that will be the last one, guys. So save any donations for the next time that I live stream. Okay, save any donations for the next time. But that one just finished, so you're right on time. And this was the last one, guys. So save them for next time. Because your boy has to go to the gym. Actually, I've been training also for the ninja training video that I was supposed to give you guys for Patreon backers. So I still have to lose about 20 pounds. Okay, Kudo, that's gonna be for next time. That's gonna be for next time, as far as the donation goes, or as far as the music. If that is music, he says look up some Mi Aru Ik Sankitu when you can. I probably said that wrong. Definitely, I'll do that, dude. Thank you for the $2 donation to Super Chat, man. I appreciate that. Mega Man X. So we'll do that. Mega Man has some great music too, man. Y'all could next time. Guys can definitely, and I definitely can't do this with people on. Like, if I had other people on, I definitely can't do this whole music stuff that I'm doing. Can't at all. But but like I said, I know you guys like stuff with other people, so I have to create another podcast for that. So this is the last one. Okay, so this is three minutes. Oh yeah, this is classic. OJ, Party Man says, OJ, what do you think about the other Persona games and Shin Megami Tensei? I like them. I like Persona games. They're great. And I love Shin Megami Tensei. I think it's great. I've played a lot of the other ones. Yeah, this is really good. Oh, this is good. Imagine playing this on your Switch anywhere you want. Oh, Mega Man X, let's go! I played this as a kid, got my butt kicked. I just remember getting destroyed. Not on this level, but just Mega Man X. I just remember getting bashed. I just remember coming home from school and just being like this, like looking like this, like, I'm gonna beat Mega Man today! And then I go and play and I got bopped and I'm like, I'm not gonna beat Mega Man today! They're just weekends. I just remember weekends of renting Mega Man X2 and Mega Man X3. Just being like, oh, as a kid. Like, I can't win. But I've beaten all the Mega Man X1, Mega Man X2, Mega Man X3. I've beaten all those on the Super Nintendo. I suck. I'm trash at Mega Man. But dang it, I played those games as a kid, and I grinded, man. I grinded and I beat those games. Those were some of the most satisfying moments in my life were playing Mega Man X, man. I love Mega Man X. It's great. Music is amazing, too. Give me some chill penguin up in this place, baby. But this is great, too, though. This is great. Hey, OJ, what do you think we'd get Mad World remaster for the Switch? Maybe. It's a possibility, but I don't think anytime soon. Maybe one of these days. OJ, have you played the... OJ, what's the most creative game you've ever played? Creative. There's all sorts of different types of ways to define creative. But I'm thinking you're talking about, like, you know... Creative, like creativity, that's always weird to sort of bracket it. Like, Little Big Planet was very good when it first started. I think Super Mario Brothers 3, for example, was very creative in the level design and what they did. I think so. I mean, I'd have to go like Super Mario Bros. 3, even though it's a standard platformer. What they did like with all the different power-ups, that was kind of unheard of at the time, like for a video game. I'd even say like creative in terms of like, well, not complexity. That's different. So I mean, if you can give me a little bit more of a narrower definition of what you're trying to ask for, because creativity is so different. Like as far as what you're doing, like, is that also innovation? You know, so. It's hard to just say, like, what's the most. I mean, Smash Brothers, the original, that was pretty creative. Power Stone, you know, games like that. Very creative games. Like, it'd have to be games that, like created a genre, you know? So yeah. Shoutouts to Amazing CJB for the subscription. Thank you so much, homie. Welcome to the village. So yeah, that's basically. Let's bake it. Habla ay, mi amigo OJ. Habla español. Un poquito, señor Rigo. Un poquito. Un poquito. Muy poquito. But I have to know just the basics, because of where I live. You know, everyone speaks Spanish, and like a lot of the signs and stuff in Spanish. So I took Spanish in college, so I know simple phrases and stuff like that. But I mean, my girlfriend's fluent in Spanish, so yeah, I'm one of these days I'm gonna learn. One of these days I'm gonna learn, definitely. Maybe when my channel's more successful and I don't have to spend like 12 hours a day editing, you know, and I can do live streams instead more, and things will be okay in terms of like revenue and everything. I'll probably pick up like Rosetta Stone Spanish because I really want to learn Spanish. But like I said, one of these days, my girlfriend's lady, she doesn't want to teach me Spanish, so she just keeps it to herself. Nah, OJ, you're the best info gamer. Thanks, man. But yeah, I definitely need to learn Spanish, though. I definitely need to learn it. OJ, I should have said the most innovative game, but I think you get the you get the gist. Yeah, innovative. The most innovative game, yeah, man. I mean, I'm gonna have to go with. I mean, trying to think really. Most innovative game. I mean, like Chrono Trigger. I think Chrono Trigger was really innovative for the time. ATB Gauge, like even though that came out, I mean Final Fantasy came out before, like Final Fantasy 6, that was innovative for RPGs. I think Pokemon could have easily, like, that's probably one of the most innovative games. That game was like a revolution when it came out. Like Pocket Monsters, playing on the go, link cables, battling that type of way, trading Pokemon, certain Pokemon evolve. These type of aspects just didn't happen before then. We've seen tons of clones of Pokemon and Spawn's Yokai Watch. I mean, Digimon necessarily isn't a clone of it. They did come out around the same time, but I'd probably say Pokemon is probably one of the most innovative games that I've played, just because if you look at what it's done and its impact. So yeah, Pokemon. Yeah. Imagine a complete PE news video in Spanish. Man, one of these days, dude. One of these days. And one of these days I'll have a PE Espanol. I can help with the Spanish class. Yeah, I need to find. It's not that I mean, if I had time, I would have already known it by now, guys. If I had time, I just don't have time. Like there's tons of free programs online that you can learn Spanish, and Spanish isn't hard. That's the thing. That's the thing that makes me mad that I don't know Spanish, because it's not hard. That's the thing. It's actually one of the easiest languages to learn. It's actually it's a very easy language. At one point in high school, I was pretty good at Spanish because I took Spanish 1 and 2 in high school. I just, like, if you don't use it, you kind of lose it, But compared to Japanese, because I took Japanese in college, dude, Spanish is way easier. Spanish it's not a hard language. It's not a hard language. To even just be somewhat fluent, it's not hard. You could study for, like, if you just studied Spanish every day for like a good 4 to 5 hours every day, you could probably be good enough to like talk normally in like a couple months, Like it's like, whereas like Japanese, bro, you need to study Japanese for freaking 3 years before you're even, maybe even a year before you're even confident to have conversations with people. Like a good 3 to 4 months with Spanish, you'll be good in a bit. I mean, I've seen people even learn it quicker than that. I've seen people learn Spanish in 2 months. I've seen people learn the Rosetta Stone Spanish. They studied it every single day because they wanted to go to Mexico for work. I've seen people learn Spanish in 2 months. Of course, 2 months of every single day with Rosetta Stone, like a full-time job, and I've seen people literally be almost fluent in 2 months in Spanish. So yeah. Japanese is among one of the easiest? What? No, it's not. Japanese is super hard. I don't know what you're talking about, but hey, everyone's different. Everyone's different. I think Spanish is a lot easier than Japanese. But I mean, if you're talking about Asian language, did you say Asian languages or even easiest languages you've ever studied? I thought Japanese was pretty hard. I thought it was pretty hard. Kudo Tengetsu 91 donated $10 to Super Justice. Play Sona Mi. Okay, is that from an anime though? Okay, we're gonna have to keep that till next time. Kudo, I promise we'll put that next time. Guys, I have to log out here, guys. We're actually off the rails here. We're talking about Spanish. We're talking about Spanish much now. We're talking about Spanish a lot. So I have to go, guys. Thank you so much. And Kudo, trust me, on the next one, make sure you write that down. We will definitely play that on the next one. I promise you, you won't have to donate again or whatever. But thank you so much for the $10 donation through Super Chat. I do appreciate that. But I definitely have to go. It's 10 o'clock, so I've been going on 4 hours now, guys. Thank you so much. I do appreciate all the donations, all of you guys out there. You guys are amazing. I think it was very fun, but it's really late for a lot of people, and I've got to go. So look forward to PE News videos. We'll have PE News tomorrow. We'll have multiple ones. If I'm feeling up to it, guys, we'll do the Splatfest. We'll do the Splatfest with PE Arena and all that, but I just don't know. My body, like I said, I'm going on a 90-hour work week already, you know. I've worked like 15 hours a week this week every day on the channel, so we might have to wait on that one. So thank you guys so much, and we'll definitely check you guys out for the next one. Peace out.